Everybody from Tri-Valley High School this afternoon. The Trojans have traveled over here to take on the Bulldogs. Trojans bringing a 14-1 record into this afternoon's contest, and the Trojans have met the Tri-Valley Bulldogs before in the Christmas tournament and defeated the Bulldogs pretty handily, as I recall. So we look to improve on our record here this afternoon on in a non-league ball game here at Tri-Valley. So we'll be set to go now. I did not bring the lineups for the Tri-Valley Bulldog gals, but we'll try to catch them as we go along here. Tri-Valley Bulldogs have been introduced. I know two of them is Klinger, 12 is Klinger, and number 34 is Arts. Tri-Valley coming in here with a record of 8-8 on the season. Trojans perfect in the Tri-Valley League. Of course, it's a non-league ball game, but in the league, Trojans perfect at 11-0, sweeping through the first half and picking up the first two victories here in the second half. So they're having an outstanding season here for UDA. So we'll see what they can do against these Bulldogs here on the Bulldogs' home court this afternoon as Arts gets ready to tip it off against Kelsey Harmon. Kelsey in there along with Warner, Crabb, Straub, and Newen. So here we go with this afternoon's ball game. And Trojans looking to pick up some points early in this one. Like I told you, some of these girls I do not know. There's a backcourt violation called now as the ball eluded number 21 out there, and a pass from 20 going right by her. So Trojans will inbound the ball. Have to contend a little bit here with that lighted scoreboard over there, but it'll be okay. Here's Jennifer, too. It is no good. Rebounded in there to Arts. She'll drop it back here, and 21 up court for the Bulldogs. 2-0 looking inside, nothing doing there. Boy, Trojans have played some very good defensive games here of late. Arts swinging it over here for that 20 gal. She'll go on the baseline with it. Now right inside to Arts for two. It's good. So they worked it inside Arts, and she's a big, tall girl, and she gets two, and it's 2-0 Tri-Valley. Here's Warner looping it over there for Newen. Newen inside here for a nice bounce pass on the baseline for Straub. Good bounce pass inside from Harmon, I think it was, to Ashley Straub, and Ashley put her home. 2-2. Ball nearly stolen away. Up court with it, 21. With Straub guarding her. Out here for 2-0. Arts with it. Here's Klinger. Klinger will bounce it there for that 44. Now inside they go. 2-0 for 2. No good. Rebounded inside there to Martina Newen, and Martina up court with it for the Trojans. Over the wing there for Kelsey Harmon, and then they're going to say Kelsey walked. Looked like only 1 foot moved. Yeah, I didn't understand that one. But nevertheless, they inbounded here for Klinger. Played almost 2 minutes of the ball game. It's a 2-2 score. On the left baseline. Now on in front again, they'll come with it. Inside there for Arts for 2. It's good. So Arts gets 2 more, and she's got all the scoring for the Bulldogs, and they lead 4-2. In the meantime, Warner with it for UD. Alicia into the corner. Shot from the wing over there for 3. No good by Kelsey Harmon, and the rebound comes down there to the Bulldogs, and back they come. Now inside again to Arts. Arts wanted to go across the court that time, and the ball picked up over there by 44 into Arts, and a foul will be called on Harmon. She'll pick up the first and a foul going over the shoulder of Miss Arts. Will be none shooting, and the Bulldogs will inbound the ball. Klinger with it on the wing. Shot from over there for a couple, no good. Rebound comes on a near wing here to Martina Newen. Martina near wing over here for Crabb. Jenna stopping and popping just a little bit short to the left, and back with it come the Bulldogs. We'll keep it back here and see what's going on inside here. There's Arts with it, dropping it back. From outside for a long two, no good. Rebound, let's see, control over there to 44, and then stolen away nicely by Warner. Back she comes with it. Over in the wing. Here's Straub from outside for three. It's good. Ashley Straub buries a three from 22 feet out on the right wing. Trojans lead 5-4. First time the Trojans have led in the ball game. 21 for 2-0. Now looping it inside. There's Arts again for two. Missed the first try, second try, good. So Miss Arts puts the Bulldogs back on top now, 6-5. She has scored all the points for Tri-Valley. Now we'll try to go underneath here for Kelsey Harmon. Kelsey drives it onto the baseline and lost a handle on it. Not out of bounds it goes. So UD will inbound. 3:52 left here in the first quarter. Trojans kind of laying back, just waiting for something to happen, and it will. They have that kind of a ball club. Tri-Valley now will stall the ball game as they'll play it out in front. She's challenged, takes it to the foul line, rolls it inside here, 44 for two, and a foul called. The foul is on Kelsey Harmon. Kelsey had all ball. She really did. And Kelsey let the official know it, too. Jeez. Kelsey picks up her second personal foul, the team's second foul, so Kelsey owns both of them. Shot put up, no good. She'll shoot another one. Harmon and Newen check out of the ball game for UDA. Undercuffler and Lubold in there for the Trojans. Second shot, no good. Ashley Lubold with a rebound for UDA. And up court come the Trojans now, trailing by one. 3:20 left in the quarter. Nice pass over here for a shot by Warner. Wouldn't go, and a rebound underneath, cleared to Klinger, and then she'll drop it off. And back come the Bulldogs. For 2-0. Nope, just about tapped out of there by Straub. When he has it again on the baseline, she'll go with it, puts a shot up, and a foul called. Foul will be on Lubold, her first. And that's going to send 20 to the line, shooting two. Number 20 made her first one. And here's her second try. It is no good. And a rebound controlled in there, too. Tri-Valley 44 puts a shot up, no good. And taken away in there by Crabb for UDA, and back comes Warner with it. Warner, near wing over here, shot from the side for three, in and out of scoop, no good, 44 with a rebound. Spins it over on the wing, and then they'll bring it up court. So Tri-Valley hanging on to a 7-5 lead here in the early going. They're going to back it up here. Over here for 2-0. 2-0 from the side for three. No good. Rebound on the far side is going to be allowed to run right out of bounds, and it'll be UDA ball. Trojans got to get something good down this time. I feel if we tie it up here, we'll take the lead and never relinquish it the rest of the game. Let's see if I'm right. Here's Ashley Straub inside here for Lubold. Lubold swing it here for undercover. Back for Lubold. Lubold for two. Wouldn't go. Rebound controlled here, too. The Bulldogs as Arts picks it off and come back up with it. Here is that 21. Minute 48 left in the first quarter. 20 inside she goes to Arts. Arts pushing it up once. Nope. And next time a foul called. And Arts will go to the line shooting two. Foul was on Ashley Lubold, her second, and Coach Shadle calls a timeout. There's your score with a little over a minute to play. That 26 is on the timeout clock. Arts to the line shooting two. Her first one was good. And here's her second try, and it is good also. 9-5. The Bulldogs by 4 as the Trojans move it down with 1:35 left here in the first period. Crabb over in the wing. Shot from over there by Undercuffler. Just spun around the hoop and would not go down, but then Tri-Valley will throw it away. And so the Trojans will get a chance to inbound it again. Victoria's shot took the great circle route right around everything and couldn't get in. Here is Newen. Newen for 2. Good. Martina Newen pops one up there. It's 9-7. Trojans trail by 2. With 1:12 remaining here in the first quarter. 21 coming up court. Straub after her. And they'll bounce it near wing over here for that 2-0 into the corner here. 44's got it, looping it right in. So there's Arts for 2. It's no good. Missed the shot. Rebounded in there to Straub. And back come the Trojans. Martina Newen rushing it up court for UDA. Over there for Straub. Near wing, here's Crabb going on the baseline and hold everything. We got a foul called, a blocking foul called on 2-0. And that's going to allow Jenna Crabb to go to the foul line for UDA. She'll be shooting 2. Jenna's first one. Good. Well, she got the wobble to go home that time. All right, she'll shoot one more. And here's her second try. It is no good. In and out. Ball tipped over here to Straub. Straub will push one up. No good. Rebound comes down to the Bulldogs, and back they come with 35 seconds remaining in the first quarter. And they have a 2-point lead. 21 picking it up in here for that 2-0. Into the corner. 44's got it on the baseline, rolling it over there, and a foul called on Victoria Undercuffler, who reached in across the body of Miss Arts. None shooting. She was trying to deflect the pass. Picked up a foul for Victoria. It's her first. The team's 5th. 34 Arts for 2. No good. Rebounded nicely in there by that 6'4" Ashley Straub. Across the court it comes here for Crabb. Crabb backing it back out now. Here's a nice pass for Martina Newen. Over in the corner she goes. Victoria for 2. No good. And on the rebound, 44 has it. They spin it back here for Arts. 5 seconds. Somebody's got to shoot one if they want to get anything out of this, and they won't because it's stolen away. And that's going to do it as the quarter comes to an end. So, at the end of 1, it's a 1-point ball game. Bulldogs 9, Trojans 8. Trojans inbound the ball now. They have it to inbound here to begin the quarter number 2. The loop inside there for Lubold. Lubold shot blocked away by Arts, and Arts will pick up a foul. And Lubold will go to the line for UDA. She'll be shooting 2. So Miss Arts picks up her first. Ashley at the line shooting 2. Here's her first one. It is good. She ties up the ball game now, 9-9. And the Trojans can go ahead here if Ashley can put this one in. Which she, nope, didn't quite. Arts with a rebound for the Bulldogs. 21's got it. Martina Newen guarding on her now. Swinging here for 2-0. There's 44 inside the Arts. Same play every time, and the ball is knocked out of there by Martina Newen, but Martina will pick up the foul. And that will send Arts to the line shooting 2. Arts missed her first one. Here's her second one's good. Regaining the lead now are the Bulldogs. 5-1, 10-9. So back come the Trojans now. It's about time we get serious now. We're in the second period. Here's Martina Newen. Martina gets an opening, puts it inside, but a foul before the shot is going to be called on number 12, Klinger. And the Trojans will inbound the ball. Straub getting ready to inbound it for UDA. Martina from outside. It's good for 3. Martina Newen, 33 with a 3 in there, and the Trojans lead 12-10. Now that might have been the break point here that the Trojans were looking for. Martina coming up court here, guarding on 20. She'll take it across the timeline for 2-1. Straub covering her. Back here for 20. Trojans in a man. Inside it goes here for Arts, but then back out. Now back in for Arts. Arts spins and puts a shot up and in. Good, and we're tied again. This Arts with 2 more. It's 12-12. Bouncing it over here for Crabb. Crabb wants to take it inside. Gives it to Lubold. She has it spun out of her hand. Klinger making a grab in there for it and spun it right out of the hands of Ashley Lubold. And so the Bulldogs with it. No chance to regain the lead. They'll push it over here for Arts. Arts goes underneath for 44 for 2. Wouldn't go. Rebounded in there nicely that time by Lubold, and back with it come the Trojans. Quick pass near wing over here for Crabb. Jenna stepping back, looking for a couple. It's good for 2. Jenna Crabb for 2, and Tri-Valley will call timeout with 6:10 remaining here in the first half. Trojans up by 2. Bulldog timeout is over. Tri-Valley will inbound it. 32 in the ball game for the Bulldogs now for the first time. This is 21 with it. Who's that 20 gal? Inside they go with it for Arts. Arts wants to make a move, turns around, puts a shot up short. Second try, good. So she gives the Bulldogs a tie again, 14-14. Here's Martina from outside for a 3. It's good. Martina Nguyen says, the heck with that going inside. I'll try one right out here. Not as crowded out here. 17-14, Trojans by 3. 32 will pick it up. Goes across the court there for Arts, and then she spins it away. Ball's going to go out of bounds. It'll be UDA ball right down here under their own basket. As Klinger will return to the lineup to replace 32 for the Bulldogs. And Ashley Straub will inbound the ball for UDA. Right underneath, she goes with it for Crabb. The ball loose, pushed over in the wing, and they're going to say Straub went on the baseline as she tried to recover that loose basketball. So, Bulldogs will inbound. It's Klinger picking it up for 21. They'll bounce it inside here. Now on the near wing, 44. And they're going to call a push foul on Jenna Crabb. For Jenna will be her second, I believe. We'll see in a moment. Or is it her first? No, first. Team's 7th. So that's going to allow 44 to go to the line shooting a 1-and-1. First shot, good. Second shot by 4-4 is no good. Rebounded in there to Crabb. And up court comes that hot-handed 33. Martina Nguyen. Here's Martina with it. Martina taking it across the top there for Warner. Warner goes inside there for Lubold. Back outside, they'll push it. Now back for Warner. Warner circling it inside, trying to hit Straub underneath. Straub puts a shot up a little bit short, and rebound comes down there, and a foul called on the Trojans. Number 32, Ashley Straub, pick up the personal foul. Toward the line again, shooting a 1-and-1. Here's her first one. It's good. 16-7, 17-16. Trojans by 1, and 34. This is 34. This is Arts. Her second try is good also. We're tied up at 17 all, if you can see it through the superstructure of the bank board there. 17 all, 4:32 left. There's a nice pass underneath for Crabb. Crabb's turnaround shot. She's fouled. Foul will be on Arts, I believe. And Jenna will go to the line shooting 2. Foul was not on Miss Arts. It was on number 20. First shot by Jenna. Perfect. Good bucket. Trojans regain the lead now, 18-17. Klinger return, or 32 returns to the lineup to replace number 20 for Bulldogs. Jenna's second try. It is good. 19-17, a UD by 2. 4.5 left here and a half. 32 with it. Picks up the dribble, spins it on the near wing over here to 21. Ashley Straub after her. Across the timeline she goes with it. Ashley still pursuing out front here. Bouncing here for 32. Inside to Arts. Arts pushing it back out. 21 will have to set it up at the top of the circle again now. 32 for 44, and then she goes into Arts. That's the way it's supposed to work. Well, she did it that time again. Arts was backed off a little bit too far that time. She's still out pretty far. Dumps it right under there to a waiting 44. Missed the shot. Second try, good. Well, the first time it didn't work, but the second time they worked it to their advantage. Here's Crabb has that one go off her hands and out of bounds with 3:45 left here in the first half of a 19-19 ball game. And Undercuffler will check back in to the Trojan lineup for UDA. She's replacing Ashley Straub for Coach Shadle. Long inbounds pass, and Crabb intercepts that one very nicely. Jenna going up to grab that. Swinging it over here for pass on the wing over here for a shot by Warner. Her shot no good. Rebound comes down there. 44 has it. And back with it come the Bulldogs. We're all tied at 19 all. Trojans just played a very good and exciting ball game last time out against Newport on Thursday night in a league ball game. Here's Arts. Arts posing for two, no good, over everything, and a push foul underneath on 32. Warner coming up with it for UDA. Here's Crabb. Jenna on the baseline, bouncing it right inside here, and a foul called before the shot. Foul be on Klinger of Tri-Valley. Martinez inbound the ball. Does so back here for Warner. Warner into the corner here for Martina for three. A little bit long. Rebound comes down on the far side and out of bounds. It will go off the Trojans. Perhaps off the shot. I don't know if anyone touched it over there. And at any rate, inbounding it here to Klinger. Warner working on 21 out here. Back here for that 32 gal. Here's 44 with a had it tapped loose. Picked up in there. Tapped loose again. Newin's got it. Dumps it back here for Crabb. Crabb going across the court there for Warner for two. It's good. A good steal and a good bucket by Alicia Warner. Way to go. Up the court comes that 21 gal again. I got to get their names here at halftime. And then she is going to be fouled, as a foul will be on Undercuffler. I believe it is. And 21 at the line, shooting two. Foul was on 12 on Undercuffler, her second. First shot no good. So 21 missed her first one. Here's her second try. It is short also, and let's see. The ball comes loose, picked up over there by Vic Undercuffler. Back here for Martina Newin. Martina over there for Undercuffler. On the baseline, she goes with it, dumping it outside. Shot from out there by Lubold wouldn't go. Rebounded over here to Undercuffler, and her pass knocked out of there. 21 got a hand on it. Tapped it out of there for the Bulldogs. 2:01 left here in the first half of the ball game. Trojans by 2. Martina. Oh, right underneath with a nice pass for Jenna Crabb. A nice pass from Martina Newin to Jenna Crabb. And boy, Jenna didn't miss it. Way to go, gang. Timeout called by Tri-Valley. 23-19 Trojans. Okay, the timeout is over, and the Bulldogs inbounded here for that Klinger gal. Klinger will drop it back. And then 21 up court with it for UDA. Bounce at near wing here, 20. Inside they go now for Arts. Arts pushing it back here, 2-0 from the wing. It's good for two. 23-21. 1:25 left in the first half. From outside, 17-foot try off the glass and in. Good by Ashley Lubold. 25-21. Up the court comes 21 with Ashley Straub on her. 20, Martina guarding her. Out in front it goes. Now they'll loop it inside here for Arts. Arts' shot, no good. Rebounded in there nicely by Martina Nguyen. Back come the Trojans. Bounces over here for Straub. Into the corner it goes here for Crabb. Crabb goes across the court. Shot from over there by Undercuffler. Good for two. Well, they left Victoria Undercuffler alone over there. When Vic gets set up like that, she just gets it and pops it right up and in. Tapped out of there nicely by Vic, but this time it'll be inbounded by the Bulldogs. Trojans by 5. Biggest lead of the ball game for either team. Another ball tapped out of. This time it's going to be lost out of the hands of Klinger as Victoria Undercuffler come in there, made a good defensive move on her. And so Straub will inbound for UDA. Right here for Crabb. Jenna looking for something to develop, pushing it over here for Lubold. She tried to go underneath with it, but a kick ball. It'll stay UDA ball. Threw it off the leg of one of the Bulldogs. 28.8 seconds remaining in the first half. Pass comes out here now for Martina. Martina, near wing. Now inside it goes to Lubold for two. Oh, missed the shot. Rebound comes down there to the Bulldogs. And they'll spin it in the corner. Here's 2-0. 2-0 to the hoop for two. She's fouled. Foul will be on Crabb, I believe. And that's going to send number 20 to the foul line, shooting two. Oh, and Jenna was her second. She departs the ball game now with 12 seconds remaining here in the first half. Warner back in there for UDA. Here's number 20's second try, and it is good. 27-22, Trojans by 5 as we counter down here in the first half of the ball game. Long pass down there on the baseline goes Lubold for two over everything. Return shot put up by Straub wouldn't go. Return shot put up by Straub blocked away, and that's going to do it as the half comes to an end. So at the end of one half of the ball game, the Trojans clinging to a 5-point margin now. It's UDA 27 and the hometown Tri-Valley Bulldogs 22. Back for the second half in just a moment. Teams are back on the court now, and we're set for the second half action here at Tri-Valley. The Trojans leading by 5 at halftime. We'll send out Lubold along with Crabb, Warner, Martina Nguyen, and Ashley Straub. So here we go. As the Trojans want to pick up the offense here a little bit. They'll be playing offensively in front of us this half anyway. And we'll see if we can hold these Bulldogs down a little bit. Here's Arts with it, looking inside, nothing doing. Never did get some names for these gals, so they become numbers. Inside for Arts. Her shot, good. Arts with a left-handed layup over the defense of UDA, and it's a 4-point ball game. Or 3-point ball game, rather. Here's Nguyen, dropping it inside here for Lubold. Lubold for two, wouldn't go. Rebound tapped around over there, 44, controlling it. Back outside, it swings here for Martina for three. Off the mark, rebounded in there to UDA. Here's Straub for two, she's fouled, and Ashley will go to the foul line shooting two for the Trojans. Foul was on number 44, her first of the ball game. Ashley's first shot would not go in, so she'll shoot one more. Ashley can give the Trojans their 28th point with this bucket. And let's see if she did. I'd say yes. Yep. 28-24, UD by 4. Bulldogs up court, 21 with it. Alicia Warner on her. Stolen away nicely by Alicia. She'll take it inside. Stop, pop one up. No good. Ball comes back out here, saved by Crabb, but into Klinger of Tri-Valley, and back with it. They come again, and now they're going to get a charge on a push off. 21 pushing off out here. She just had a little bit too much of Alicia Warner that time. Warner driving her a little crazy, and she pushed off and picked up the offensive foul. Grab inside for Leubold. Leubold looking for it, makes a move inside. Turnaround shot, no good. Rebounded there to number 20. So the score remains 28-24, just a 4-point ball game here as the Trojans and the Bulldogs in a tussle here at Tri-Valley. Then 21 loses this one out of bounds. And UD sends in Kelsey Harmon and Jenna Crabb into the ball game to replace Leubold. And I'm not sure who else was in there. Maybe Undercuffler, I'm not sure. Anyway, here's Kelsey dropping it back here for Martina. On the wing it goes here for Jenna Crabb. Crabb taking it inside, pushing it over in the wing. Shot from over there by Ashley Straub, no good. Rebound comes back down here, control to Arts. And she'll push it ahead here now for 44, who has it tapped out of her hands by Crabb, but picked up in here by the Bulldogs. Number 20. Taking it all the way inside for two. It's good. 20 with a good rush that time for her Tri-Valley Bulldogs. Makes it a 2-point ball game now. 28-24 for three. It's good. Martina Nguyen with her third three. Gets the Trojans right back to that 5-point lead again. 31-26. Ball tapped out of there. It's going to be tapped out by Nguyen, they said. So Bulldogs will inbound. 20 with it. Oh, and a reach-in foul called on Martina Nguyen. Coach Shadle can't believe that one. No, but nevertheless, it's true. And inbounding the ball will be number 32, who re-enters the ball game now for Tri-Valley. 20 is their point guard, and she'll bring it up court with Martina Nguyen guarding her for 32. Here's Klinger looping it inside, tapped away nicely in there by Kelsey Harmon. Back come the Trojans, a long pass over the wing. Here's Crabb for two, wouldn't go. On the rebound, we've got a jump ball called. Kelsey going in there and tying that one up for UDA. Way to go. And it will be inbounded by the Trojans. Right inside here for Harmon. Harmon pushing it back outside for three. Nope, not that time. Rebound comes down here, controlled to Straub. She'll push it out here for Crabb. Inside it goes for Harmon. Harmon's shot blocked away by Arts. Harmon puts another one up. No good. Rebound comes back here to Straub, who loses it back outside here to Martina Nguyen. Here's Crabb. Crabb for three. Just off the mark. Rebounded inside here. Let's see. Picked off here by the Bulldogs. 31-26 UDA. 4:44 remaining here in the third. Ball tipped in there nicely by Martina Nguyen, but let's see. That's going to be controlled here to the Trojans. Back with it comes Ashley Straub, dropping it back now. Martina swinging it over there for Crabb. Crabb wants to take it inside, pushing it outside here for a shot by Kelsey Harmon for two is good. And timeout called by the Bulldogs as the Trojans start to push it up a little bit here now. It's 33-26 UDA here in the third. Okay, the timeout is over, so the Bulldogs inbound the ball. 3-2. Back here for 21. 21. Here for the 2-0. Or for Klinger, rather. She'll take it right inside for two. No good. On the rebound, let's see. It's going to be saved from going out of bounds by the Bulldogs. Arts pushes it over there for a shot on the wing by one of the gals. No good. And the rebound comes down here to Martina Nguyen. Martina coming back quickly with it over for Crabb. Crabb on the baseline, and then a blocking foul will be called on number 21 of the Bulldogs. Be done shooting. And UD will inbound the ball. 3:50 left here in the third. Tapped out on the inbounds play. Klinger got a hand on it. 20 returns to the line to replace 32 for the Bulldogs. as Straub gets ready to inbound the ball for UDA. Tapped out of there by Klinger again. And again, Ashley will try to inbound the ball. Does so this time for Crabb. Jenna bounces it inside here for a shot by Harmon. Wouldn't go. She had 2 tries. Neither one of them would go. And the ball comes over here for Klinger. Klinger will pick it up. Spin it back here for that 2-1 gal. 21. Up court for Tri-Valley. Over on the right wing. Klinger out front. Near wing for 21. She'll take it to the top of the circle. Tries to go inside. Stolen away nicely by Martina Nguyen. Rolls it near wing over here for Straub. Ashley. Oh, Ashley walked with it. She wanted to throw it inside, but Jenna Crabb had turned around. Was heading out of the area. So Ashley just had to go for a walk with it. She was suspended in the air, and she had to come down. Anyway, back come the Bulldogettes. 21. Here's 2-1 for Klinger. Klinger looking for something inside. 20 for 2. Blocked away nicely by Kelsey Harmon. What a good job by Kelsey here. Ball comes down here to Warner. Over in the wing it goes for Crabb. Crabb steps back looking for a couple. No good. Rebound to 44. Trojan shooting not deadly so much today. Here's a ball stolen away by the Trojans. Back out here, Nguyen from outside. No good. Rebound on the far side. 20's got it. Trojans really getting aggressively after that basketball now. The crowd over there wants some fouls on UD. Here's the ball comes loose from Arts. Picked up over here by Harmon. Harmon taking it inside here for Crabb. Jenna's got it. She'll push it over in the wing. Shot from over there by Straub is good for 2. Ashley Straub, after all that fussing, and timeout called again here by the Tri-Valley Bulldogs. Left in the third, Trojans by 9. Okay, Tri-Valley timeout is over, and the Bulldogs will inbound the ball again here, I think. Yeah, they did. In here for Arts. And 21 off the court with it. Straub on her. For Klinger. Klinger picking it up for 44. 44, looping it inside, out of bounds. It goes in a push foul called. Might be on Lubold, I'm not sure. Lubold picks up her 3rd personal foul with 1:55 left here in the 3rd quarter. Klinger for Tri-Valley. Taking it on the wing. Inside she goes with it now for Arts. Arts for 2. No good. Rebound underneath, and it's going to go out of bounds off the Trojans, they say. So the Bulldogs will get a chance to inbound it down here. Right underneath it goes for Klinger, and then Klinger's foul. Jenna Crabb will pick up the foul that time as she went in to Klinger. 1:42 left in the 3rd quarter. Right over there for a set shot for 2. No good. Rebounded in there by that 34 Arts for 2. 35-28 Trojans with a 7-point lead in the wing. Here's Crabb setting up from outside. It's no good. A rebound. Let's see. On the floor it goes. Picked up by Undercuffler. That wouldn't go. Return shot put up by the Trojans wouldn't go. Now they'll spin it back outside. Here's an 18-foot try. That won't go. Straub follows in the shot and gets her own rebound, but then the ball's going to go out of bounds. They're going to say it went off the Trojans. And it'll be inbounded here by Tri-Valley with 1:13 left in the 3rd quarter. There's that 20 gal. She'll bring it up court, bringing it all the way down. Here, wing here for 21. Nearly threw that away. Klinger was breaking inside. 44 with it. Takes a couple of dribbles, puts a shot up. She's fouled. Foul probably on Kelsey Harmon. I think we'll see. And 44 will go to the line, shooting 2. Foul was on Kelsey, her 3rd. Her shot good. 35-29. 32 reporting back into the lineup for the Bulldogs as Warner comes back in to replace Undercuffler for UDA. 44 second try, short. Rebound comes down here to Arts. Arts for two. She shot that up short. Rebound to 44. She put that up short. And Arts again with another try. Finally gets it to go down. 35-31. 42 seconds remaining. Here's Martina into the corner. She goes. Shot from the side. In and out, wouldn't stay. Well, can you believe that? The Trojans, who just had a 9-point lead, now looking at a 3-point lead, or 4-point lead. And this is 20. 20 will take it all the way in. She is hammered, and she will go to the line shooting 2, I do believe. It's her first try. But that was on Martina Nguyen, her third, as Lubold and Undercuffler come back into the Trojan lineup. 20 will shoot her second one up. It is good, so she makes 2 good foul shots. 33-35. It's a 2-point ball game with 22 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Up court comes Victoria. Back inside here she goes to Lubold for 2. Wouldn't go. Rebounded in there to Arts, who will bring it back, and the ball stolen away nicely by Straub for 2. Good steal and a good bucket there by Ashley Straub. Stolen away on the inbounds, and wait a second. Oh, they're gonna call this and went back out. What the heck kind of a call was that? At any rate, the Trojans will try it again. Comes inbounded here to 20. Now they'll go, and that's going to do it as the quarter comes to an end. But boy, oh boy, it's a struggle over here at Tri-Valley this afternoon. Those Bulldogs trying to bite the Trojans. Here's your score. Whoops. Where's your score? There's your score at the end of 3. 37-33. UDA by 4. Fourth quarter underway. The Bulldogs with the advantage of inbounding. It's a 4-point ball game. Here's Klinger spinning it on the inside. They go in here for Arts for 2. It's good. And it's a 2-point ball game. 37-35. And back come the Trojans. Wow. Near wing here for Undercuffler. Vic for 2. A little bit on the inside, no good. Rebounded outside, picked up by Undercuffler. Her shot no good. And a foul called on Undercuffler on the rebound. And she went over the top of Arts here. And the Bulldogs with a chance to come down and tie up this ball game. And here they come. 21 on the wing. Shot to tie the game. No good. Rebounded inside there and a tie-up. And on the tie-up, it's going to be UDA ball. Good tie-up underneath there for the Trojans. They'll get the ball back. Corner up court for UDA. Playing in the fourth. Straub, near wing. Undercuffler looping it inside here for Kelsey Harmon. Harmon's shot is good for 2. So Kelsey got that one to go on, and about 6 foot on the right baseline. Good shot by Kelsey Harmon. Had a bad angle. No backboard to hit that time for Kelsey. Shooting it right out of side. Here's a shot from the wing. In and out. No good. Rebound underneath. But how about a push underneath on Arts? Yep. We got one on Miss Arts that time going after the rebound. 6:40 left in the ball game. Trojans by 4. Up court come the Trojans. Now Warner for Nguyen. Here's Crabb. Jenna looking to make a move on the baseline. Shot for 2. No good. Rebounded in there to that Arts, who will drop it back to their point guard extraordinaire here, number 21. And Klinger into the corner. 20. Looping it inside. That was supposed to be a pass to Arts, but it was a little too long, or else Arts didn't realize it. One or the other. So, Trojans inbound. A little bit more looking like forecourt pressure being put on now as the Bulldogs go on a man over the wing. Crabb left alone, blocked over there, picked up by Kelsey Harmon. Her shot no good. But Kelsey will go to the foul line, shooting 2 for UDA. There you go, Kelsey. Foul was on 44, her second. Kelsey's first try, no good. They'll shoot one more. Give the Trojans a 5-point lead. And she did. 40-35, Trojans by 5. 5 minutes and 50 seconds remaining here in the ball game. 21 up court for the Bulldogs. Here's that Klinger. Klinger again. Near wing over here. Threw it away. Out of bounds it goes. Intended for 20. But out of bounds. And so UD will inbound the ball. Up court with it comes Warner. Warner over into the corner. She goes with a strong pass, but a little bit too strong. And up and over the head of Jenna Crabb. And out of bounds it goes. And a sub coming in for the Bulldogs. Number 32 back in there again for Tri-Valley. Here's 21. She'll have to pick it up. Pushing it ahead here for that 32 guy who gets it across the timeline. And the Bulldogs now trailing by 5. Looking to work it always into Arts. 32. Arts not circling around inside yet so far. Now she is. There she goes inside. A reach-in foul going to be called on Kelsey Harmon as she reached over the top of Miss Arts. That's the play inside. And Arts will be at the line shooting a 1-and-1 for the Bulldogs. Foul on Kelsey was her 4th. Miss Arts makes her first one. It's 40-36. Trojan margin down to 4. And Arts can make it a 3-point ball game if she puts this one in. She did not. Rebounded right there to Straub, and Ashley will bring it up court for UDA. Across the court it comes here for Martina. Martina from outside for 3. It's good. Martina Nguyen with her 4th 3 of the afternoon. Seems like when the Trojans need to pick it up, Martina will bang you a 3, and she's got one. Here's a pass over here for Arts. Arts backs it out. Coming back here for 32. Now that 21 gal got it. Over on the right side, they'll play it to 44. Back out for 32. 32 to 21. Near side here, 20 now. They'll loop it inside there for Arts for 2. No good. Rebound to Arts for 2. No good. Rebound again. No good. That was 32 with the shot that time, and the Trojans bring this one away. Martina Nguyen up court with it very quickly for the Trojans. Into the corner she goes with it. Jenna Crabb, nice pass inside here for Kelsey Harmon to dump it back here for Warner for 2. No good. Rebounded in here to 21. Inside of 4 minutes to play now. Long pass down the court as none of the Trojans broke back. Some kind of a defensive lapse that time. Found 2 of the Bulldogs back there alone. And the Trojans lead it now as they drive it to the baseline. Trojans by 5, and out of bounds it goes off UD. It'll be inbounded by Tri-Valley. 12 Klinger back in the ball game for the Bulldogs. Torrid pace to this ball game this afternoon, believe me. And they'll inbound the ball. Here comes that 21 with Alicia Warner on her. Boats it over in the wing. Klinger pushing it out to 20. 21 again. 3:18 left in the ball game. Right inside to Arts. Arts turnaround shot, no good. Second try, good. The bucket will count, and she will go to the line shooting 1 to get 3, and to bring her ball club to within 2 of the Trojans. With 3:11 remaining here, Arts at the line shooting 1. Okay, Arts at the line to shoot 1. And here's her 1, and she's got it. 43-41 with 3:11 remaining here. The Trojans by 2. Here's Martina Nguyen swinging it over here for Straub. Martina spins it back out for Lubold. Lubo goes across the court in here now as Undercoupler tries to take it in, puts a shot up, no good. Rebound tapped around, and Arts has it for the Bulldogs, who can come up court now and have a chance to tie up this ball game. 21 across the timeline for the Bulldogs. On the wing, and a foul down here called. A blocking foul is going to be called on 44 of the Bulldogs. Come the Trojans now, following that foul on 44. There's a bounce pass inside off the leg of 21. And timeout's going to be called by Coach Shadle now, as he wants to get the gals in the huddle here and tell them a good plan for the final minute or three of this ball game. The game is important to Mrs. Crabb here. She comes over here in front of the Beechers here to encourage the fans to give me a tea and all that kind of stuff. So here we go now. We'll see if she has inspired the gang or what. Trojans inbounding the ball, 2.5 minutes remaining, 2:32 to be exact. Martina New in, circling out in front. Trojans by 2. Nice pass down here for a shot by Undercoupler. Wouldn't go. Rebounded inside there to that Arts gal, and then it's going to be tied up. On the tie-up, it's going to be given to the Bulldogs. And so they will inbound the ball. 2:21 remaining in a 2-point game. The inbounds play comes off the leg of Ashley Straub, and out of bounds it goes. They'll do it again. They'll bounce this one in here to 20. Up the court it comes now as the Bulldogs wind it out in front. 2:12 left. They'll pick it up here for 20. 20 from outside for 3. No good. Rebounded in there nicely by Martina Newin. Martina coming back with it. Over the wing she goes with it for Undercoupler. Undercoupler inside here for Lubo. Lubo's turnaround shot. Good for 2. Ashley Lubold off the glass with a good turnaround shot from inside. About an 8-footer there for Ashley. Gives the Trojans a little more breathing room. It's a 4-point lead now, 45-41. As the crowd from Upper Dauphin, which is vocal here now, shouts defense, and the ball comes loose out here off the hands of 20. Inside there for Arts. Back for that 21 gal. Clock down a minute, 25 remaining in the ball game. Here's 20 going to take it inside for Arts for 2. It is no good. Rebounded inside here to Ashley Straub, and then hang on, or to not Ashley, I beg your pardon, to Victoria Undercoupler. And on a tie-up, it's going to belong to the UD with 1:15 left in the ball game. Trojans will inbound the ball. Across the court it comes here for Crabb. Crabb bouncing it on the baseline. Coming across this way, but it's going to go off the court, off the pass from the Trojans looking for Lubold, but heck, way over her head. And let's see, it's going to be Victoria Undercoupler checking out of the ball game now as Alicia Warner comes back in there for the Trojans. 1:17 remaining in the ball game. They'll bounce it inside here for 21. Across the timeline with it. Warner on her. Bouncing in here side. Stolen away nicely by Newen. Newen breaking back with Warner. Stopping, popping. Good for 2. Nice bucket by Martina Newen. Trojans up by 4 again. Quickly down on the other end, however. Here's 44 for 2. And the Trojans up by, I beg your pardon, now they're up by 4. 47-43. Back here for Lubold. Lubold, nice bounce pass here for Warner. Near side over here, Newen inside to Lubold, and Lubold is fouled. Foul will be on Arts, and Lubold will be going to the line for UDA. She'll be shooting a 1-and-1. Lubold to shoot a 1-and-1. Here's her first shot. It is good. Big bucket for Ashley Lubold and her Trojanettes here as they've taken a 5-point lead now. 48-43. And Ashley's second try is no good. Rebound comes down here, though, and bumped out of bounds. Oh, my gosh, he did not call a foul. He did not call a foul on 21. Unbelievable. He did not call a foul on number 21. That has to be the worst call that I've taped this year. Here's 21 with it. Up court they come. 20. Clock down to 24 seconds. Here's 21 with it. 21 will circle out in front. Inside they go here for 20. 20 from outside, no good. Rebounded to the Arts. Arts again for 2. It's good. And timeout called by the Bulldogs with just 10 seconds remaining in the ball game. And the Trojans now with a 3-point lead. We'll be right back. Okay, the Trojans now ready to inbound the basketball. 10 seconds remaining. Got to get a good inbound play here. And they get it in here to Warner, and Warner will be fouled. 44 will pick up the foul, and Ashley Warner will go to the, Alicia Warner will go to the foul line shooting 1-and-1 for UD. Here's Warner's first try. It is no good. Rebound over here, controlled to Undercoupler, picking it up, looking for 2. It's good! Victoria Undercoupler with a great bucket right there at the end of the ball game, and that's going to do it. So the Trojans do outlast these Bulldogs here this afternoon. Keep their winning ways intact here now, going 14-1, I think, or something like that. A final score, the Trojans 50, and the Tri-Valley Bulldogs 45. So super effort here by the Trojans in a non-league ball game over here. They evened up their non-league series now at 1-1, the only ball game they've lost to Palmyra in another non-league ball game. So Miss Arts here, 34, certainly gave it all she had to try to get this Bulldog victory, but it wasn't to be, as the Trojans prevail once again here now and come up with a big win over here on the road at Tri-Valley. We'll be going back home on Tuesday or Monday night when they will play someone, I'm not sure, another Tri-Valley League foe at home, I believe it is, on Monday. We'll see, and no matter where it is, we'll be there. So congratulations again, and good afternoon from the Tri-Valley. Final score again, UDA 50, I think it was, or something like that. And not sure what the other part was, but that's going to do it. Good game. Hey, it's the parents' night tonight here at UDA, and so they're announcing the players, but they're doing it the opposite way tonight. They should be on the other side, I guess, or no, they're going to just greet right here. Okay, that's very nice.
Ashley Grozer, daughter of Chester and Jamie Grozer. Kelsey Harden, daughter of Douglas and Julie Harden. Lacey Taylor, daughter of Lisa Taylor. Brittany Leisel, daughter of Alan and Denise Leisel. Yeah! Allison Lanker, daughter of Larry and Audrey Lanker. Ashley Lubold, daughter of James and Regina Lubold. Allison Miller, daughter of Jim and Valerie Miller. Martina Nguyen and Vanessa Nguyen, daughter of Tang Nguyen. Christy Schultz, daughter of Betsy Baker and John Schultz. Natasha Sidlinger, daughter of Tracy Sidlinger. Ashley Stroud, daughter of Carrie and Penny Stroud. Samantha Stroud, daughter of Sharon and Robin Stroud. Victoria Undercoupler, daughter of Melissa Undercoupler. Alicia Warner, daughter of Marlon and Frankie Warner. John E. Lee and Crystal Weaver, daughter of Delmar and Sue Weaver. Heather Weaver, daughter of Stan and Deb Weaver. Yolanda Weaver, daughter of Rick and Sandy Weaver. Head coach Dave Shadle, assistant coach Allison Smith, night assistant Jim Robinson. There are a few additional people that we would like to recognize tonight. The coaches would like to thank the managers and statisticians for doing a great job this year. They would also like to thank Dale Cownon for his time videotaping the games. And the coaches would like to thank the athletic trainers, and thank you to everyone else.
Well, good evening, everybody. From UDA tonight, the Trojan Gals play host to the Mounties of West Snyder in a bottoms-up ball game, you might call it. The very cream of the crop here in our UDA Trojans. And the bottom of the heap here belongs this year to the West Snyder Mounties. So the Mounties coming in with a record overall of 0-16, 0-12 or something like that in league, or 11 I guess it would be in league. The Trojans, on the other hand, with a near-perfect record this year of 15-0 and 11-0 in the league. So we'll be back after the national anthem. Very nice rendition of the national anthem by this young lady here tonight, performing for the UDA crowd, and it's a pretty good crowd over there of young students in the student section. Of course, the West Snyder gals are not bringing too many folks along to see them play, as they just have had an atrocious season, and tonight the Trojans should have an easy time of it, but you never know. One of these days, these Mounties are going to break out of it and give somebody some good ball games. Stuck is number 20. We have the names of both gals, or both teams rather, and Trojans with it now for Crabb. Over there, Martina Newin. Over the wing it goes. Well, Martina will throw it away, and the Mounties get the advantage here early going as the Trojans turn it over quickly. 23 is Plummer. And Plummer, near wing over here, she goes with it. They'll try to go inside, bouncing on the wing. Shot from over here for a couple, no good. Rebounded on there by that Ashley Straub. And into the wing they'll go now to Crabb. Back outside here for Warner for 3. Nope, off the mark that time. Rebound, tapped around inside. It's going to go out of bounds. I think Stuck might have touched it last. Either her or C. Hockenbrock. We got 2 Hockenbrocks in here. A C and number 15, a B. Hockenbrock on the team. C. Hockenbrock is 42. She's in there now. And so is the other one. Here's a shot by Jenna Crabb. No good. Rebound tipped around in there and then out of bounds. Or you say it went off Straub. And so the Trojans getting a slow going here. Had a couple of opportunities and haven't scored yet. But they will score often and early here, I believe, once they get her going. Pass inside for Hockenbrock from the other Hockenbrock. No good. Martina with the steal. Bounce pass underneath for Warner, but it was covered in there pretty well by the Mounties, and so the ball will get turned over here as they tip it out of bounds. Straub inbounding here for Martina Newin. Back outside. 19-foot try. No good. And the save from out of bounds, they're going to say, did not get saved, and so it'll be put inbounds here by the Trojan, or by the Mounties. See Hockenbrock into the corner with it. Shot from over there by Plummer. No good. Rebound comes down here to Crabb. Jenna breaking down court with it for UDA. Zone defense they have on the Trojans here, I do believe. Pass inside here and a foul called on 42. That'll be that C. Hockenbrock. Or was it on 32? No, 23 rather. That's Plummer. She picks up the first of the ball game, and Straub will inbound the ball. Quiet gymnasium right at the moment. You can hear the air coming out of the ball. There's a shot by Crabb, good for 2. So Jenna gets the first 2 points of the ball game, breaks the ice, takes the lid off the bucket, and all those kinds of things. As Martina picks it up, looking for her first 2, no good. Straub for 2, good. For the Trojans, 4 quick points here now on the inbounds play as they harass the Mounties, and the Mounties coming up court with it with a little bit of trouble. This is Plummer, has it tapped into the bleacher, and it'll be Mounties' ball. C. Hockenbrock to inbound. 32 is Spriggle, rather. This is Plummer. Hockenbrock into the corner. The other Hockenbrock back out in front. Now they'll dump it inside. Here's Plummer pushing it back outside for a shot from the wing. No good. That was that Spriggle fired that one up. No good. And back come the Trojans, leading 4-0. Pass it inside here for Harmon. She tried to dump it inside. See Hockenbrock picked it up. Then it goes tapped out of there by the Trojans, and it'll be inbounded by the Mounties. Trojans with several turnovers here early against this team. 23 is Plummer. Here for Spriggle. Spriggle across the court. She goes to that B. Hockenbrock. Back here for Spriggle. B. Hockenbrock for 2, no good. C. Hockenbrock for 2. It's no good. Rebound comes back here for 15. B. Hockenbrock, and she put it home. It's 4-2. From outside for 3. In and out. Wouldn't stay down. Rebounded in there to Stuck. She'll push it on the wing over here. If it goes out of bounds, it's going to be white ball. Lost out of there by Spriggle. And, or no, it looked like Spriggle lost it, but they're going to give it to the Mounties anyway. Plummer over to in there for Hockenbrock. Back for Plummer. Near side here for Spriggle. Spriggle will take it down on the baseline. Ball stolen away nicely by Martina Newitt, and Martina starts working at backup court with a long pass right underneath to a running Ashley Straub, and Straub put it up and in good. 6-0. Ball tipped away. Martina's got it. Looks for 2. Nope, on the floor, she said. Got a foul called on the floor, which means there'll be no shooting for Martina, but another good steal in there by that 33 Martina Newitt. Wow. Martina quick. Here's Martina with it. Back outside here for Alicia Warner. Now Martina from outside for 3. Off the mark. Rebound on the far side. Control to the Hockenbrock, and now it's going to be tied up. Yep, they tied it up inside there as B. Hockenbrock could not get it loose, and on the tie-up it'll be UDA, or it'll be Mounties ball. .23 is Plummer. Hockenbrock inside to Hockenbrock. Off her hands on the floor it goes. Picked up in there by Straub as she stole it away. Now picked up by Martina Newitt. Newitt down the court with it for UDA. Spins it over there for Warner. Alicia comes near wing for Crabb. Jenna on the baseline looking for 2. Under deep too far maybe, and perhaps a little bit tipped in there. And so back with it come the West Snyder gals. Trojans up 6-2. Coach Shadle will be okay with this first quarter here, the way it's unfolding. Spriggle for 2, no good. Rebound tap back out here. Martina Newitt with it, breaking back 2-on-2. Spins it back here now for Crabb, and Crabb will take it on the wing and settle it down right underneath with a shot for Straub, who shot it over everything. Ashley that time didn't do one of those 9.5 footers. Fired that one up there 11.5 feet over everything. Here's a shot and a foul called before the shot, I would think, as Plummer gets bumped into. Foul was on Martina Newitt, her first, and it's going to be Lubold and Undercuffler checking into the ball game here for UDA in just a moment after we have this timeout called by Wes Snyder, I believe. It's over, and Plummer will inbound the basketball for the Mounties. Back here for Spriggle. Spriggle from outside for 2, in and out, no good. Rebounded in here to Lubold. And back comes Martina Newitt over in the wing quickly for Undercuffler. Nice bounce pass inside, and a shot and a foul. And the foul will send Ashley Straub to the foul line for UDA. She will be shooting 2. Here's Ashley's first shot. It is good. Number 33, Goss, comes into the lineup as Ashley shoots her second shot up and in. 8-2 UDA by 6. And it'll be inbounded by Goss. This is that Plummer gal. Over here for Spriggle. Spriggle looking down the court there for Hockenbrock. Back outside they'll come. Spriggle with it. Plummer circling over to the right. We go over there for that Hockenbrock. This is B. Hockenbrock. B. Hockenbrock picks it up, has it tipped out of there by, or just about out of there by Newitt. But Spriggle has it back. Tried to go inside. Newitt with the tip again. They get it back. So Martina has tipped the ball twice, and both times the Mounties were able to get it back. There's a pass on the baseline over here for Plummer. She tries to go inside the stock, but out of bounds it goes off her. It'll be UD inbounding. 2.5 minutes left here in the first quarter. Here's Crabb back outside for Martina Newitt. Lubold spinning it across here for Undercuffler. Undercuffler goes across the court again. Martina for 3. It's just off the mark. Rebounded in there nicely by Straub. Martina Newitt inside turnaround shot by Lubold is good. Ashley Lubold for 2 for UDA. Ball on the other end of the court here. They'll pick it up. Spinning it over there for Hockenbrock. Hockenbrock pushing it back outside here for Plummer. Plummer wants to circle around, see if she can get anything to develop inside, but the Trojans have that pretty much cut off. But here's a shot by Hockenbrock, no good, and a foul underneath. It's going to stay up here. Foul might be on the Mounties, and I think it is. Minute 46 left here in the opening quarter. It's 10-2 UDA, and the foul was on the Mounties. Warner returns to the ball game for UDA, as did, well, let's see, I'm not sure. Lubo with a shot, no good. Lubo with her second try, no good, but she'll go to the line shooting 2. Ashley's first try, it is off the mark. Ashley will try that one again, and here it is, and it is no good. Rebound tapped right over here to Crabb. Jenna with it. On the baseline she goes. Trying to work her way underneath with it, but then lost the handle, and on the tie-up it's going to be UDA ball. Lubo tying it up in there with Stuck. Now right inside for Lubo. Her shot, no good, but a foul call, and Ashley will go to the line shooting 2 more. Ashley missed her first one, but here's her second one. She'll put that in. Nope, not that time. Rebound on the far side. Control there to Hockenbrock. She pushes it back over here now, and up court with it comes that Spriggle gal. Spriggle picking it over here for Stuck. Stuck. Over the wing, they'll go into the corner. Hockenbrock from over there for 2. Okay, B. Hockenbrock gets 2 and gives it a 10-4 score here now. Warner over there for Crabb. Crabb inside. She'll go here for a turnaround shot by Harmon. Wouldn't go, and a rebound comes down here to the Mounties. Quick outlet pass over there is going to be tipped around and controlled by Hockenbrock on the baseline. Shot from outside for 3 short. Rebound comes right down here, and they could try to put another one up. It's blocked by Harmon, and then back with it come the Trojans. So a reach-in foul will be called on B. Hockenbrock as and Jenna goes to the deck pretty hard, but she is okay, she says. She'll go to the foul line. Shooting a 1-on-1. 7 personals called on the visiting Mounties. The Trojans have picked up 1 here in the first quarter with 44.5 seconds remaining in the quarter. So Jenna will shoot a 1-on-1. Here's her first try. It is good. She'll shoot the bonus. All right. Way to go. It is 11-4. And here she'll try her second one. Her second shot is in and out. No good. Rebounded here to Lubold, and Ashley will go to the line for the 3rd time, shooting 2. Ashley made her first one. Now here, see if we can get her to make her second one. It is good. And the boys team and the fans over here on this side of the court, they like that, where they put their hands up and then go, ooh. When we get down to this side of the court to shoot, I'll show you what I'm talking about. But in the meantime, back up court come these Mounties, and she lost the ball out of there as she is bumped in there by Warner. Doing a heck of a job on her. And Alicia's got the ball. Near wing over here for Crabb. Crabb would like to get 3 out of that. Not that time. Rebound comes down on the far side and out of bounds. It's going to go off the Trojans. It'll be red ball. 29.5, or 30 seconds rather, remaining in the first quarter. Up court it comes there for that 33 gal. She'll come in the near wing over here. It goes off the hands of Stuck and out of bounds, and UD will inbound. Warner with it, dumping it inside there for a pass outside. Shot from the wing over there by Undercuffler. Wouldn't go, and a rebound comes down here to Jenna Crabb. She's cut off at the pass. Gives it back here for Lubold for 2. No good. Rebounded over there by Goss, who'll with it back out here. And here's Spriggle. And that's going to do it as the first quarter comes to an end. At the end of one, it's UDA 13 and the visiting Mounties 4. Hockenbrock 42 will inbound the basketball now as we begin the second quarter. Here's Plummer. Has it tapped loose by Martina Nguyen. Martina going in all by herself, but dropped it off nicely for Straub for 2. Martina Nguyen with just a little bit of play in front of her. Dropped that off to Ashley Straub, and Straub put her home. Across the court it goes now for Spriggle. Spriggle winding down the right wing. Has it stolen away this time by Warner. Warner ahead here for Straub. Straub breaking for 2 more. It's good. Ashley Straub for 2 more after the steal by Straub, and then, or rather by Warner, and then ball goes out of bounds on the inbounds play, and Straub will inbound for UD. Trojans back it off back here for Warner. Inside they'll go here for Harmon. Bouncing it back to Warner. Now here's shot for two. Long ones. No good. Rebound tipped around and controlled over here by that Bounty, but then stolen away by Martina Nguyen. Over the wing for Warner. Back here for Martina. Swings it near side. Crabbe steps up for a long two. In and out. No good. Rebound tap back here. Crabbe's got it. Goes on the baseline with it. Stopping and popping. No good. She wasn't fouled, huh? Anyway, ball tipped around here. Controlled by the Trojans. Outside for three. No good. Rebound tipped around again. Back outside for Martina. Now over here for Warner. Into the corner. Crabbe. Back for Warner. Back for Martina Nguyen. Near wing. Straub from outside. No good. None of the outside shooting's going down right now with the Trojans getting each and every rebound. Near side here, they'll try one in close. That worked. And the foul is called. And Ashley Straub will go to the line shooting one to get three. Shooting two. We'll watch the crowd over here and see if she made her first one. Here's her first shot. It is good. Oh, she only shooting one. That's right. One to get three. Okay, way to go. Way to go, Ashley. All right. And back. Now the Trojans will take off the forecourt pressure and allow the Mounties to get the ball up court at any rate. Here's Stuck. 30's Nguyen there. Spriggle had to go off her hands. Picked up here by Martina Nguyen. Nguyen with a long pass over here for Jenna Crabbe. Crabbe had it knocked out of her hands by Spriggle. But they'll spin it all the way around. Here's Warner from outside for three. Off the mark. Rebound comes down here. Crabbe's got it. Crabbe tries to put a shot up, but she's fouled. Jenna will go to the line shooting two. Here's Jenna's first try. It is good. Here's Jenna's second one. And it is no good. Rebound tips around in here, controlled to the Mounties. This is Goss with it. Near wing over here for Stuck. And Stuck picking it up. Whoa! Dribbled that one off of Martina's head, I think. In underneath it goes here for that Plummer. Plummer back outside. Shot from out there for three is good by Spriggle. Spriggle gets a three. That makes it a 21-7 football score now. Trojans up by 2 touchdowns. Here's a pass inside. Stolen away by Stuck. Stuck working back with Warner. Oh, walked with it, or ran with it, I guess would be more like it. Anyway, it'll turn over. Alicia Warner over there for Nguyen. Warner near wing here for Crabbe. Crabbe dumping it inside, picked off in there by Stuck. And back comes Spriggle for the West Snyderans. Inside Plummer spins it right ahead there to Nguyen eventually. It's good. Plummer inside to, I think it was Harmon, wasn't it? And then for Nguyen. So Martina with a easy layup that time. This is Plummer. Plummer bumping, taking it over here across the court. They go with it now for a shot by, no, Goss didn't, pulled up but didn't fire. There's a pass inside for Stuck. Stuck on the baseline, has the ball come out of her hands, stolen away nicely by the Trojans. Back with it comes Warner after the pass from Straub. Right onside it goes here for a shot by Kelsey Harmon, wouldn't go. Rebounded in there to Goss. Goss will spin it over here for Plummer, who takes it across the timeline for the Mounties. Stolen away again by Martina Nguyen and a foul called on Plummer. 10th team foul on the Mounties allows Martina to shoot two. She made her first one. Here's her second try. It is no good. Rebound tapped around in air, controlled by number 30, whose name does not appear on the board. So she will go unmentioned. Undercuffler and Lubold check back into the UDA lineup. Here's Undercuffler with it. Ooh, spins it right outside here for Lubold for two off the glass. Good. Nice pass inside from Undercuffler to Ashley Lubold, and Lubold gets two more. And up court come the Mounties. Inside to go for that 30 gal. She has it tipped loose, picked up in here by Warner. Warner breaking back 1-on-3 for a shot. Warner with a return shot, no good. Trojans get the rebound over there for Ashley Straub back outside here for Nguyen. Inside it goes, tipped away by Spriggle, then stolen back by Martina Nguyen. Bouncing it over here for Straub. Straub coming over the near wing here, shot by Undercuffler, good for two. Well, there they had Victoria Undercuffler again standing out here unguarded. And Victoria gets the shot and goes zip and right up and in. kind of shot that Victoria has is really undefinable. I mean, it's just so casual. That's the way she plays, though. Here's a nice bucket made by number 32, Spriggle. And back with it come the Trojans. Warner, near wing over here for a nice pass inside. Oh, my gosh, did they ever leave an opening for a pass from a pass inside to Ashley Lubold. My goodness. I bet Ashley couldn't believe that one. Here's Spriggle with it. Spriggle in trouble. Gets it over here. Now they go inside here. Here's a shot by Stuck. Good for 2. 30-11 the score. 252 left here in the second period. Pass inside here, tipped away, picked up in there. Let's see, the Trojans get it back. Here's another shot by Undercover. Wouldn't go. Lubold for 2 more. Good. Ashley Lubold piling them up inside now as the Trojans have the advantage on both ends of the courts with the rebounding tonight. Not a problem. The girls out front are stealing. The girls underneath are rebounding. Foul called on Nguyen. The second foul of the half for UDA. Second foul of the half. First one for Nguyen. Here's Plummer picking up the dribble here for 33. 33 is Goss. Goes across in for Plummer. Plummer for 2. That's short. Rebound comes right down there to Lubold. He'll hand it back here to Warner. And with 2:05 left in the half, Warner up court with it for UDA. Over on the line, baseline for Undercover. Pumped a couple up, wouldn't go, and then a foul called. Ashley Straub will go to the line for UDA. She'll be shooting 2. Rob made her first, and Martina Nguyen checks out of the ball game now as Kelsey Harmon checks back in there for UDA. Here's Ashley's second try, and it is good. So Ashley made the pair, and she'll check out of the ball game now as Jenna Crabb comes back in for Coach Shadle. And we've got 1:58 left here in the first half of the ball game. Here comes that Plummer gal up court. She's going to be challenged as it's picked up in here by Undercuffler. Undercuffler working it back with a bounce pass intended for either Crabb or Warner, but it's kicked out of bounds by Spriggle. And so Warner will inbound the ball for UD. Comes back outside here for Crabb. Jenna with it. She has Undercuffler on the right wing. This is Warner. Warner goes right underneath on a pass for Harmon. Here's Undercuffler looking for 2. No good. Rebounded in here to Stuck. And Spriggle has it now for the Mounties. Near reach in for a steal. Nothing doing. Looping it inside. Here they go for that 30 gal. Now here's Stuck with it. Stuck will take it up, but a foul call on Ashley Lubold. Third foul of the period for UD, and for Ashley, we'll check and see. For Lubold, it is her first. Martina Nguyen has the other 2 UDA fouls of the half. First shot missed. Second shot coming up here. Stuck second one. No good. Rebounded inside here to Lubold. Pushing it over there for Warner. Warner up court quickly for UDA. Warner on the wing over here for Crabb. Crabb will take it inside, dumping it on the baseline for a shot by Lubold. Wouldn't go. And Ashley's got the rebound, but nope, she stepped on the end line, they say. Up court they come. Now this is that Spriggle. Ooh, they're going to call a foul on Undercuffler, I believe. Foul was on Victoria Undercuffler, her first. The team's 4th. And Spriggle, or rather Plummer, taking it down inside. She wanted to go to Stuck with it. Picked up in there by Goss, who pushes over to baseline. Shot over there, blocked away nicely by the Trojans. Picked up here by Undercuffler. Undercuffler into the corner here for a shot by Crabb. Good for 2. From Undercuffler to Jenna Crabb, and Jenna with an 18-footer out here. Good bucket, 36-11. Spriggle dumps it here for that 30 gal. She'll push it back outside. 23 Plummer with it. Bounce pass here for Spriggle. Spriggle from outside for a couple. It's good for 2, 3. Yep, good for 3. 5 seconds, 4 seconds. Somebody's got to shoot this up quickly. Here's a shot. It's good if it goes. Oh, wouldn't go. All right, well, hey, the Trojans with a very fine first half here as they take a big lead into the locker room at halftime. It's UDA 36 and the visiting Mounties 14. Well, back with the second half now as the Mounties have the advantage of inbounding the basketball to begin the second half of play here at UDA. Picked up out in front here. Goss goes inside with it here for that Hockenbrock. That's that C. Hockenbrock. No good. Return shot put up on the other side by Spriggle. No good. And on the tie-up, let's see. It's going to be UD ball as Harmon got it tied up in there for the Trojans. And back comes the Trojan gang here. Leading by 22 points at halftime. 36-40 or 36-14. Across the court it goes. Shot for three, no good. Rebound comes down this way, and Jenna Krabs got it. Jenna goes inside. Turnaround shot by Harmon, good for two. Kelsey Harmon with a nice bucket inside that time on that spin-around shot of hers. And on the wing, over there goes Spriggle. Inside here for Hockenbrock. Back outside she'll go. Spriggle from outside for three. It's good. Spriggle might have two of those, I think, tonight, huh? Out of the 17 points that the Mounties have managed. Into the corner. Nice bounce pass inside here for Harmon. Harmon goes back outside. Stepping up from outside a little bit short is Warner. Second shot, no good. Rebound underneath there to Harmon. Harmon will pull it down. Puts a shot up, no good. Rebounded this time by the Mounties. Spriggle looping it ahead here for Plummer, who lost it out of bounds. It'll be UD ball. Warner with the inbound play here for Newen. Near wing over here for pass inside to Harmon. Back out here for Crab. Crab back into Harmon. Harmon turnaround jumper, no good. Rebound, tap back here, and breaking up court with it slowly but surely are the Mounties. This is Spriggle. Spriggle stopping, dumping it near wing over here for a pass inside. Plummer goes inside to Stuck. Stuck with it, puts a shot up. No good, but she'll go to the line, shooting two. Stuck made her first when Martina Newen with a personal foul was her third of the ball game. And so UD will inbound the ball as that didn't hit the rim. Newen checks out of the ball game for Coach Shadle now as Lubold inside there for the Trojans. Just come in and re-enter the ball game. Shot underneath by Jenna Crab, good for two on the rebound of the first shot. Jenna picking up two more. Trojans drop back. Still really all over these guys on the baselines and every place else. There's a ball nearly stolen away by Warner. But Goss had it inside, Stuck back out here for that Spriggle. Spriggle on the baseline. Couldn't get it across there. And then 42, C. Hockenbrock will get a bump foul as she pushed Warner right off the court. And for C. Hockenbrock, it'll be her fourth. Make it her fourth for that number 42, C. Hockenbrock. So back comes Warner. Near wing here for a pass over in the wing. Now inside, they tried to go with it, but the ball is tipped away. Back with it comes Plummer. Plummer looking for two. Might have had it blocked a little bit by Harmon, I'm not sure. At any rate, she got a pop in the mouth or the nose. She's reaching up to see if she had any blood. But anyway, a shot over there by Straub, I guess it was, wouldn't go. They were in a pile there. Now inside it comes there, tapped away again. Harmon will recover for UD. Trojan passing tonight, not great. Here's a shot by Straub, no good, but Ashley will go to the line shooting two. Now we get a chance to watch that student section over there as they whoosh every shot. And here's Ashley's first one. Oops. Oh, they were all just, look at, they're disappointed. I'll tell you, Ashley, what you did to these guys. Okay. She'll put the second one in, fellas. Get ready. Here's her second shot. It is good. Ooh. All right. And timeout called by the Mounties. 4:54 left here in the third quarter. It's 41-18 UD. Full timeout is over now, and Goss inbounding the ball here to that Spriggle gal. Spriggle over in the right wing she goes, and it's tapped away nicely in there by Lanker, who is in there. Allison Lanker, number 10 for UD. Pass inside, let's see, on the floor it goes, picked up in there by Undercuffler, good for 2. Well, battling on the boards there was one of the new Trojans, I'm not sure which one, but she got it in there to Undercuffler, and Vic put that one home from underneath. Let's see who is in here. Let's see, there's number 21, Crystal Lanker. Here's a ball stolen away, and Undercuffler is going to pick up the foul. But in there we have Heather Weaver, number 41, Crystal Weaver, number 21, and a ball stolen away on the inbounds play. And here comes Brittany Leitzel with it for UDA. Leitzel, near wing over here for Weaver. Inside she goes, and the ball's going to be tied up and nearly stolen away as Goss tied up Undercuffler with it. And so the Mounties will come up court. Pass inside for Hockenbrock. Down there, bounce it for Stuck. Stuck for 2. It's good. Well, a good bounce pass inside from that B. Hockenbrock to Stuck. And Stuck it home. Lanker, inside she goes in. Leitzel on the baseline. Undercuffler for 2. It's good. You could see Victoria was camped down there on the baseline, 8 feet out on the left side rather. Pass inside here for Stuck. Goes over in the wing. Leitzel harassing her, but the ball came loose. Let's see, it's picked up in here by 14 for 2. That's Wagner. Her shot no good, and travel called on Stuck as she got stuck over there behind Victoria Undercuffler, and so she went for a walk with it, and back come the Trojans. Leitzel, near wing here for Weaver. Inside for Weaver. The Weaver twins are in there again. So they're not twins. I'm just kidding. Anyway, Heather and Crystal doing a heck of a job for UDA junior varsity, and now in there mixing it up with the big gals from West Snyder. Here's Hockenbrock. Had that stolen away, picked up in there by Undercuffler, and then tapped out of the hands of Undercuffler by the Mounties. So UD will inbound the ball. Leitzel bouncing it there for pass over here for Crystal Weaver from outside. A little bit short. Rebound comes down on the floor, and it's tied up in there as Lanker ties it up for UDA along with Stuck of the Mounties. And Heather Weaver will inbound the ball. Right inside, she tried to stuff it into Undercuffler, but it's tapped out of there by either Goss or Stuck. Not sure which one. There's a pass inside, stolen away, and then a walk will be called on Goss. She got a good steal, but then kind of spun around and just walked with it, looking for someone to throw it to. So with 2:40 left now in the third quarter, Trojans inbounding here for Undercuffler on the baseline. Victoria pushing it back here for Leitzel. Leitzel spinning out in front. Picked up the dribble back here for Lanker. Lanker goes right underneath there for a nice pass in there for, was it Weaver? Yeah, for Crystal Weaver, but she had it tied up underneath, and it'll stay West Snyder ball. 2:20 remaining in the third. 45-20 the score. Here's a ball comes loose off the hands of that Wagner gal. Picked up in there by this Heather Weaver, and then over there for Leitzel. Inside the pass comes, but it goes off the fingertips, and let's see who's gonna call out of bounds on 15B Hockenbrock, or no, on the Trojans rather. So Spriggle coming up court. Near wing over here for that Wagner. Back for Spriggle and Wagner. Pushing it, tipped there by Undercuffler, but they got it back again. Here's Goss with it. Goss goes over in the wing. And a foul is going to be called on Leitzel, I believe. Yeah. Foul on Leitzel. Her first. And Goss inbounds it for that Hockenbrock. She tried to go underneath, but it's tapped out of there. Heather Weaver got a hand on that one and knocked it out of there for UDA. It'll be inbounded by Goss once again. 1:41 left here in the third. Off the leg of Lanker and out of bounds. It'll stay down here. And let's see, it's going to be Victoria Undercuffler checking out of the ball game for Coach Shadle. In there to replace her is Ashley Lubold. Inbound pass tipped by Lanker. Underneath it goes. Lubold will pick it up for UDA. Back comes Leitzel for the Trojans. 1.5 left in the third. Leitzel wanted to take it inside, spins it underneath, but kick ball, and it'll stay UDA ball. Called that an awful lot this year, that off the leg. I think if I thought I was going to lose it out of control, I think I'd just bounce it off someone's leg. Here's Lubold for 2 off the glass. Good. Ashley Lubold with a nice bucket right off the glass for 2 more for her. She had a pretty good scoring night for Ashley. Spriggle picking it up here for Stuck. Puck almost walked with it, tipped out of there by Lanker. Well, Lanker played a good ball game the other day over at Tri-Valley just on Saturday. As number 44, who we don't have either, comes in the lineup for the Mounties. He almost had the pass, but it's stolen away. Tapped out of there by Crystal Weaver it was, and then picked up by Lubold. Whoops, then Crystal sees this one go out of bounds off her hands at the other end of the court. So, 58 seconds left in the third. This is a squad that I haven't seen play before together in any game. The ball goes bounced off Lanker's leg. One of the very few fans over here, the young lady here in the gray sweatshirt, hollers, "Come on, get her off her." Okay, up ahead it comes here for Leitzel. Leitzel for 2, it's blocked, and a foul will be called on Spriggle. And Leitzel will go to the line shooting 2. Here's Miss Leitzel's first shot, and it is good. Wobbled her home. Here's her second try, and it is no good. Rebound comes down here, however, it's a Lanker. Lanker for 2. Wouldn't go off the glass, but no good. And Weaver almost had it. Yes, she did. Put it back up, no good. Rebound fought for over here. It's going to go out of bounds, they say, off the Trojans with 34.7 seconds remaining in the third. And up court come those Mounties. This is Goss picking it up over there for Spriggle. Spriggle bounces over to 44, whom we don't have a name for. She has it nearly blocked out of there. In fact, it is blocked out of there. It'll stay West Snyder ball. Goss will inbound the ball for the Mounties. She pushes it back into Goss, back outside. Shot from, or pass, well, whatever that was. It was short. Back with it comes Crystal Weaver. Crystal with a head of steam. Over there for Lanker. Lanker off the glass for 2, but she's fouled. And she will go to the line shooting 2. Lanker at the line to shoot a pair. Here's her first try. It is perfect. Good shot by Allison Lanker. And she will shoot 1 more. If she puts this one in, she can give the Trojans a 30-point margin and give UDA its 50th point. Well, let's see how she does. Looks good from here. Perfect. 50-20, 30-point margin. Clock down at 4 seconds. Here's the shot blocked away nicely by Lubold. Lubold comes up court with it, but that's going to do it as the period comes to an end. At the end of 3, it's UDA 50 and the visiting Mounties 20. Back with the final in just a moment. Okay, Trojans put the starting 5 back in there, I believe it is. Yeah, starting 5 in there for UD now. 32 is Straub, of course. Across it goes here for Nguyen. Nguyen with a 14-foot try, no good. Rebound tapped around inside there, controlled to Harmon for 2. Kelsey hanging tight inside there and got the rebound and put it back up for 2 points. 52-20. Inside pass tapped around, controlled here by Harmon. Harmon will pick it off and get it back here for Warner. Warner with a quick pass down there for a shot by Straub for 2. She puts it in. She's fouled. A foul will take C. Hockenbrock out of the game with her 5th foul. She knows it, but she's just waiting to see if the ref can call her. Yep, she's gone. And off the court she goes. Ashley will shoot 1 to get 3. Straub's waiting to get her 1. She's got it. Good bucket by Ashley Straub. 55-20 the score. 7.5 minutes remaining in this Parents' Night ball game here at UDA. Spriggle, or rather, this is B. Hockenbrock. Don't have to worry about C. Hockenbrock. She just left. Here's a shot by Stuck, no good. Rebound comes down there, and let's see, it's going to be controlled by UDA. Got a foul called underneath, though. Foul was on Goss, her fourth. And back come the Trojans now. Warner across the court there for a pass inside, and off the hands of Jenna Crabb it goes. Newen's pass a little bit too strong that time, and right off the hands of Jenna Crabb. She fired that one in there, did Martina Newen. Wow. Here's Spriggle picking it up, going inside there for Goss. Goss on the baseline. There is a shot put up by that Spriggle, no good. And let's see who's got it. Another shot put up, no good. Rebounded in here to Harmon. Bringing it back here for Warner. Warner up the court with it for UDA. Pushes it in underneath this time. They'll come back here for a shot by Harmon, good for two. Well, we had to wait a little bit. Kelsey gave that one the extra go up at the rim. Bounced around a couple times and then finally fell down in. Spriggle underneath here for Goss. Goss for two. Fired it too wide, and rebound comes right there to Straub. Ashley, who normally does a super job of rebounding, doesn't have much to contend with tonight. As a nice pass inside from Straub to Martina Newen that gives the Trojans 2 more points. Good pass, strong pass, right on the money. Spriggle bringing it back here for Plummer. Plummer bounce pass inside there for Stuck. Stuck turns around for a 15-foot try. Good. Well, where the heck was she all night, her coach says. Anyway, nice bucket. 59-22. Here's Crabb for two. Blocked out of there. They're going to call it a jump ball as Stuck really got all ball that time on Jenna. And with the tie-up, it becomes the Mounties ball. Not Monty Hall, Monty Ball. Ball tipped, but picked up in there by the other Hockenbrock for Stuck. Stuck taking it to the hoop for two. Blocked out there partially by a couple of Trojans. Back with it comes Martina Newen. Across the court it goes for Crabb. Crabb will slow it down now. Backing it out here for Martina. Near side here for a 19-foot try by Warner. Wouldn't go. And on the rebound, Stuck has it. Back to Spriggle here for the Mounties. Stuck will pick it up. Nope, stolen away by Martina Newen. We'll watch Martina go in for this layup for two. It is good. Just like in practice, Martina says. And she was right. Trojans can really spread out the scoring in a night like this. Here's Stuck over the wing. Shot from over there for two. Very short. Rebounded in here to Straub. And Straub will take it up the court. Pushing into the corner here for Newen. Newen with a bounce pass strongly on the baseline over there looking for Crabb again, but out of bounds it goes. And with 4:28 left here in the ballgame, Coach Shadle calls timeout. Timeout is over. We're back to play now. Trojans with some more substitutions in there now as re-entering the ballgame is Leitzel. That's her guarding Plummer for UD. Also in there is Undercuffler along with Warner. But then we have Leubold in there and Lanker. So the 5-second rule applied there to the young lady from the Mounties. And back comes Leitzel for UD. Bouncing an earring over here for Warner. Inside she'll go with a nice pass for Lanker. Her shot good. But they're going to say it was before the shot. So Lanker will not get credit for that one. Or will she? Yeah, she will. She won't get credit for the shot. She'll shoot a 1-and-1. She was fouled, but she'll shoot a 1-and-1. They say she wasn't shooting. Questionable call, but in a 61-22 ball game, you don't really think too much about it. As Allison makes her first one anyway. Way to go. Lanker, good for one. She'll try another one. Here's her second try. It is, whoops, just off the mark. Rebound comes over here to Leitzel. Leitzel pushing it back here for Warner. And Alicia Warner goes over the wing there for Undercuffler. Inside they'll come, ball came loose. Back outside it comes now for the Mounties with 1:45 left. Here's Stuck. Stuck puts it on the wing. Back outside for Spriggle. Spriggle into Stuck. Stuck with a 9-foot turnaround. Good. Well, she doesn't, or that's about a 13 rather, foot turnaround. Stuck doesn't aim very long either. She has a quick trigger, much like that Victoria Undercuffler. Here's a shot by Lubold off the glass. Good for 2. Ashley really uses the glass to her advantage, and that's what it's up there for. And she's got that zeroed in pretty good tonight. Here's Goss. Inside, tapped away by Leitzel, but picked up by the Mounties. Spriggle trying to do the baseline thing, rolling it across here, out of the hands of 40 or 15 and out of bounds it goes. It'll be UD ball with 2:58 left. Heck of a ball game tonight too. Checks out of there now as in to replace her comes Crystal Weaver. This is Crystal here, number 21. Leitzel with the basketball. Back here for Crystal Weaver. Crystal pushing it back inside here for Leitzel. Leitzel tried to spin it inside. It rolls over the wing. Shot from over there short. And rebound picked up there by Lenker. She'll try to force another one up. That's pulled away. Back outside it comes here for Undercuffler. Undercuffler tried to loop it inside, but it's picked off in there by Stuck. And back come the Mounties. Down the wing goes Spriggle with it. Dropping it off over there for that Plummer. Plummer's got it. And she'll get it for Hockenbrock. Near wing. Spriggle from outside for 3. Off the mark. Rebound inside there. Control to Stuck. But Stuck is pushed. And the foul will be on Lenker of UD, I believe. Yep. And she will pick up her first. Team's third of the half. Or perhaps fourth. We'll see what they put up there. Anyway, the ball stolen away. Heather Weaver would not let her go, and Heather grabbed over the ball, just about spun her around off her feet with it. So Heather will loop it inside here, and off come the Trojans now. Got to get some of these young gals a couple of points. Here's Weaver trying to take one in. Stolen away by Stuck. 2 minutes remaining in the ball game. 2-minute warning if it was football. Here's a foul called on Undercuffler. So Plummer inbounds it here for Stuck. Stuck pushing it back over to Plummer. Plummer from outside for 3. Short. And rebound comes tapped back in here, but they're going to say it went out of bounds anyway. So minute 47 left. And back come the Trojans. Here's Leitzel. Over here for Weaver. Into the corner goes to Undercuffler. Undercuffler driving in on Stuck. And she went out of bounds with it. So, Trojans not really doing a whole heck of a lot right at the moment. 1:38 remaining in a 64-24 ball game. 40-point lead by UD. Across the court it comes. Spriggle from outside. 22-foot try. No good. Rebound goes down here to Weaver, and a foul called on, or no, went out of bounds, I guess. Back comes Leitzel. Leitzel bouncing in near wing here. Weaver in here for a shot from Undercuffler. Good for 3. So Vic nails a 3 on a quick shot from the right wing, right baseline. Stuck. Stolen away nearly by Heather Weaver. Now it's on Weaver's side here. Here's a shot from outside for 3. That's way off the mark. Rebound comes down in there, and a foul called on the, I think, let's see, foul called on, not sure. But anyway, Vic Undercuffler going to the line, shooting 1-and-1. Let's see what Vic can do with her first one, because if she puts this in, she gets the bonus. She does. She did, and she will. 68-24. Vic can give us our 69th point here in the ballgame with 47 seconds remaining. Here's our second try. It is in and out, no good. Rebounded there to the Mounties. Stolen away by Leitzel for 2. It's good. Well, we got our 70th point. as Leitzel comes in there with a quick rebound, put back, and gets to 70-24. Ooh, nearly stolen. Back outside. 32 for 3. It's good. There's that Spriggle. Yeah, I think that might be her third 3. I'm not sure. She's a bright spot in an otherwise dark sky for the Mounties. Here's a shot blocked away by Stuck, and then a bump foul will be called on Heather Weaver. Stuck. Crystal Weaver, and then Heather Weaver bumped her and picked up the foul. So with 11 seconds remaining, this one's over as it was from the early going, and the Trojans picking up yet another TVL victory. This will be their 12th consecutive victory in the league, and that's going to do it as the ball game comes to an end. Final score tonight here at UDA, it's the Upper Norfolk Trojan Gals 70 and the visiting Mounties from West Snyder 27. Good ball game as we expected, and for the Trojans, their winning ways continue. For the West Snyder Mounties, their losing ways continue. Now they go like, I think, 0-17 or something like that on the year. Trojans with that one blemish take their margin up overall, I think, to 16-1, and in league 12-0. So very, very good outing again for many of these Trojan gals, a lot of whom got to play in the ball game tonight. So we congratulate each and every one of them for a fine effort, and we'll see them as the games become a little more intense after this one, and we hope that we can continue our winning ways. So good night from UDA. Congratulations to Coach Shadle and all his Trojanettes here for yet another big win. We'll catch you next time. Well, good evening, everybody. From Line Mountain High School, the Trojans have taken their 12-0 record, 3-0 in the second half, over here to visit the Line Mountain Lady Eagles, who come into tonight's ball game with a 2-1 record in the second half. The Eagles have been playing very good basketball lately, so this should be a good matchup tonight as the Trojans attempt to continue their winning ways here against Coach Mike Reed's Lady Eagles. So we have the introduction of the ball players going on right now. We'll be back with the opening tip-off of tonight's ball game here in just one moment. Both ball clubs on the floor now. We do have names for both of them since they're posted over here. And Marquette will tip it off for the Line Mountain Eagles against Kelsey Harmon for UDA. And here we go. A big ball game, a lot of enthusiasm on both sides of the court here tonight now, as both squads eager to win this ball game, and control comes back here to the Eagles. Wary fires it over to wing. Wary from outside for 3. It's just off the mark. Rebounded in there to Crabb. Jenna picking it up for UDA, and she'll spin it back here for Alicia Warner. Warner with it for the Trojans. Trojans have been playing some tough ball games of late. They have had some tight ball games, but have been able to come up with what it takes to win, as Nguyen takes it over in the wing. Back out there for Straub, and then inside it goes. Shot from over there by Straub for 2 is good. Ashley Straub gets the first 2 points of the ball game, and it's 2-0 Trojans. Here's 13. That's that Schroeder from outside, no good. Return shot by Marquette, no good. Return shot put up by Lanker is no good, but she'll go to the line as she is fouled, and she will be shooting 2. Autumn Lanker shooting 2, made her first one, and here's her second one to tie up the game. Nope, not that time. Rebounded in there to Crabb. The foul was on Kelsey Harmon, her first foul of the ball game, as Warner brings it up court for UDA. For Martina Nguyen. Martina banging some threes here of late. Goes into the corner now for a shot from the wing over there by Crabb. Good for 2. They gave her. It's 4-1 UD. Boy, I thought Jenna was out far enough to get 2 out of that. Ball tipped over. Here it comes to the side to Schroeder for 3. It's good for 2. Boy, they look like they're threes from up where I'm sitting. Here's another shot by Crabb for 2, just off the mark. Rebound comes down inside. Control here to Lanker. Lanker coming up court with it for the Eagles. Trojans up by 1, 4-3. Lanker looping it inside here now to Marquette. Marquette trying to go underneath with it. The ball came loose and out of bounds. It goes. They're going to say it went off the Trojans. And so Lion Mountain will inbound the ball. Wary to inbound it for Lion Mountain. Wary played a good game down at Upper Dauphin when the two teams met earlier this month. Here's a shot put up by Lanker, no good. And then on the floor it goes, and there's a foul called underneath. The foul will be on Lanker, I believe. Yep, the foul is on Autumn Lanker. She picks up her team's first. And up court they come with it for Crabb. Jenna bumped into and out of bounds it goes. They're going to say it went off the bump of Schroeder, so UD will inbound as Straub gets ready to inbound. Ashley right underneath with a good pass for Crabb on the baseline. Her shot blocked away in there by, let's see, who was it? Schroeder, I guess, making the block. Or was it? No, it was Marquette. And the Trojans will inbound the basketball. 6:09 left here in the first period. Trojans by 1. There's a stolen away, but then getting it back are the Trojans. Here for Warner. Warner over the wing for Newen. Martina dropping it back here for Alicia Warner. Near side, here it goes. Setting up for two from the outside. Good for Kelsey Harmon. Kelsey with a big bucket that time for UDA. On the end of the court here, the push foul going to be called on Martina Newen, I believe. The non-shooting, and the Eagle Gals will inbound the ball. Wary getting ready to inbound it for Lion Mountain. Does so here for Lanker. Lanker with Martina Newen on her. Pushing it ahead up here now with a big pass across there. Blocked out of there nicely as Kelsey Harmon got a hand on that one and knocked it out of there for UDA. Out of the hands of number 20, Keidel. Wary inbounding it back here for Marquette. Marquette goes across the court with a shot from over there by Schroeder. Wouldn't go. Rebound tapped out here, and Schroeder's got it back for Marquette, for Wary rather. Wary goes across the court this time. Now they'll dump it inside here to Marquette. Ball came loose, still loose inside there, and they're going to, let's see, fire it here, and it's going to be picked up by Newen. Martina coming back up court with a pass over here for Crabb. Jenna back here for a pass on the wing over there for Hunter. Here's Warner from outside for three, no good. Rebounded in there nicely by Crabb. Bounces it over there in the baseline. Shot put up by Straub, a little bit too short. Rebounded underneath here to Lanker. And up court come the Eagles with it, kind of in control, winging it over in the wing. Back out here for Marquette. Marquette for two, no good. Return shot put up, no good. And on the floor it goes. Goes one of the players. Back with it comes Crabb for UD. Crabb has that shot blocked out of there, and it's going to be UD ball. As Schroeder got a hand on that one for the Eagles. 4:43 left in a 6-3 opening period here. Here's Marquette, or Martina rather, for three, no good. And up court comes Lanker into the corner there. Now inside for Marquette. She has the ball, drops it right underneath. Shot put up, in good. Shot laid up in there by that number 20, Keidel. And back come the Trojans, leading now by 1, 6-5. This is Martina Newen over in the wing, just about stolen away, but they come inside with it here for Crabb for two. Off the glass, no good. Rebounded in there to that Lanker, and Lanker coming back up court with it for the Eagles. Pushing it out on the wing. Wary has it. She'll take it to the top now as the Eagles want to try to get something going underneath. Here's Marquette, near side for Schroeder. Schroeder looking inside, finds number 20 in there, and then here's Marquette. Turnaround shot, good for two. And Marquette gives the Eagles the lead back now at 7-6. Lion Mountain with 3:40 left here in the first. Here's Crabb stepping inside nicely for two. It's good. Jenna with a good fake had Ann Marquette going right by her. And then Jenna able to dribble it inside and give the Trojans the lead back now, 8-7. Inside for Marquette, dumping it back. Shot from the wing over there by Keidel, no good. But Keidel will go to the foul line as she is nailed. And she'll step to the line to shoot two. Amanda Keidel at the line to shoot a pair. The foul was on Harmon, her second. as Lubold and Undercuffler check into the ball game for the Trojans, replacing Warner and Harmon for Coach Shadle. We're all tied at 8 as she made her first one. Here's her second try. It is good also. So it's 9-8, the Eagles by 1. And Keitel making a pair there. Gives our Eagles a lead. Warner, or rather Straub, back for Straub for 2. It's good. A nice give and go from Straub inside to Lubold, and Lubold give it right back there to Ashley, and she put her home. Here's a ball tapped away. Inside, Tina coming up with it. Your new in. Near side, she'll come with it here for Crabb. Crabb taking it back outside. Shot from out there for 3. It's good. 2. Where the heck are they standing? It's another 2, that time by Undercuffler. Here comes Schroeder looking for 2. It's no good. Rebound comes back here, controlled to Martina Nguyen. And Martina up court with it for the Trojans. Near wing, they'll come with it. Shot from outside, Crabb for 3, just off the mark that time, and Marquette with a rebound ahead here for Lanker. Lanker for 2. That's not Lanker, rather. I'm sorry, Wary. Wary's shot is good. She's fouled. She'll go to the line shooting 1 to get 3. Foul was on Ashley Straub, her first. And Wary, with a chance to tie up the game, did so. Had a dozen each. 12, 12, 2:28 left here in the opening quarter. Here's Martina Nguyen trying to go inside. Bounce back here for Martina. Martina being challenged over there. They'll go into the wing here now for Crabb. Out front for Martina. Martina from outside for 3. Spins into the hoop and comes back down. Marquette with the rebound for the Eagles. Stolen away nicely on the pass. Here comes Martina Nguyen trying to work her way inside. Puts a shot up. Wouldn't go. Return shot, however, put up. That won't go either. But Crabb is fouled, and she'll go to the line shooting 2. So Martina with that good steal out there, then just couldn't get that one to drop. And Crabb there with the rebound is fouled. She'll be shooting a pair. Here's Gina's first shot. It's good. Trojans take a 1-point lead, 13-12. As Lanker comes back into the ball game for the Eagles. Jenna Crabb can give the Trojans a 2-point margin here if she puts this one in, which she did not, and then a foul called on a push underneath. This foul will be on the Trojans. This one's on Lubold. She'll pick up her first. Yep, and so the Eagles will inbound the ball. 2 minutes remaining here in the opening quarter. Trojans by 1, 13-12. Down the court, they'll come here for Marquette. Marquette looks to push it underneath, but the ball came loose. Spins back here for Crabb. Crabb with it for UDA. She'll cross the timeline with it now as the Trojans will set it up here for Martina Nguyen. Near wing over here. Undercuffler tries to drive it inside. It's going to go out of bounds off Victoria's hands. And it'll be Line Mountain ball as Crabb checks out of the ball game. Warner back in there for Coach Shadle. Quick pass up the court, comes down here again for Marquette for 2. It's good. And Marquette for 2 for the Eagles. Gives the Eagles the lead back, 14-13. Warner, near wing over here it comes for Straub for 3. Just off the mark. Rebound on the far side comes down to the Eagles. Number 10, Kirchner with it. She had it anyway. This is Marquette dribbling it off her hip. Near wing, she comes here for Kirchner. Kirchner fires it underneath, but the ball came loose in there and picked up by Straub. Back for Warner. Alicia Warner for UDA, spinning it over there for Martina Nguyen. Martina will take it inside, stop it, and pop it. Good for 2. Nice bucket by Martina Nguyen. Drove in there to within 6 feet, laid it up and in. Ball tapped out of bounds. There's Martina Nguyen again with a good defensive effort on the far side, knocking it out of there for the Trojans. And Crabb replaces Martina for Coach Shadle at this point. 50 seconds left here in the opening quarter. This is Lanker. Autumn Lanker with it. Bouncing it over here. Now they'll go in here for Marquette. Back outside. Now Marquette's got it again. Pushes it over the wing. Stolen away nicely over there with a good move by Victoria Undercuffler. Here for Lubold. For Warner. Back there for Victoria. Victoria pushes one up for three. That's short and it's going to go out of bounds with 21.9 seconds remaining here in our 1-point ball game. Fast-moving first quarter here at Line Mountain. Up court comes that Lanker. Lanker taking it inside, dropping it here for Marquette. Marquette for two. It's good. Marquette lifts that one up with her right arm and just dropped it up and in. Good for two more. 16-15. Here's a shot by Warner for two. A little short at the buzzer. So at the end of one, the Trojans trailing here at Line Mountain. It's the Eagles 16 and the UDA Trojans 15. Back in just a sec. Second period underway, and Line Mountain with the advantage of inbounding here. Marquette has it tapped out of her hands. And then over there for Lanker inside. They'll go in the near wing here. Crab's got it. Dumps it back here as another steal made in there by the Trojans. Into the corner here for a pass underneath. That's tapped away. Picked up in here and ahead for Schroeder. Schroeder coming back looking for two. No good. Rebound put up there looking for two. No good. Schroeder with a rebound. Dropping it back here. Lanker from outside for three. It's good. Lanker hits a three for the Eagles. The Eagles lead 19-15. Here's Warner for Nguyen into the wing here. Straub. Got to get Ashley Straub back into the offensive swing here now. Now they'll push it back out. Ball tapped away by Schroeder. Out of bounds it goes. It's going to be UD ball. As number 31 Wary coming back into the ballgame to replace Schroeder. And Coach Shadle will call timeout here now with 7:03 remaining in the first half. And the Eagles by 4. Trojan timeout is over, so the Trojans go back to work now looking for something to happen in here. Is Lubold for a shot for two off the glass, no good. And Marquette with the rebound for the Eagles. Down on the near wing here. That's a pass underneath. Shot turnaround shot by Keitel, no good. But she's fouled. And Keitel to the line, shooting two. Foul will be on Nguyen, her second. Martina Nguyen picks up her second personal. Keitel's first shot, good. And here's Keitel's second shot, and it is no good. Rebounded over there to Crabb. Jenna coming up with it for UD. For Warner. Eagles playing some good defense in here, not allowing our Trojans a whole lot underneath. Here's Lubold with it. Ashley taking it over there on the wing, and it goes out of bounds. They're going to say it went off Ashley Lubold's leg. Don't know what happened to that one, but at any rate, turned it over, and back come the Eagles. Now the Trojans do not want to dig themselves too deep a hole here. We trail by 5, 20-15. This is Wary. Wary over in the wing she goes. Now into the corner. Marquette will fire it back out here. Ball tapped away, but picked up by Wary for two. No good. Rebound underneath there, controlled to Lubold, who will get it back here for Warner. And up court come the Trojans now looking for a bucket. We kind of got stuck on 15 here. Here's Warner. Inside with a nice pass for Crabb. Crabb will dump it right over there for two from Lubold. She shot it over everything. And back up court with it come the Eagles. From the side for three. It's good. That was that number 31 Wary. She can shoot them. And it's now 23-15. The Trojans trailing by 8. Probably one of the biggest leads for a TVL team this season. Foul called. Foul will be in Kirchner. And to the line goes Ashley Lubold. She'll be shooting two. Well, Lubold made her first one, and that got us off that 15 hold we were on. And the second one. Two good foul shots by that Ashley Lubold, and it's 23-17. This is Lanker spinning it over here for Kirchner. Kirchner on the baseline, spins it back out in front here. Now they'll take it back to Lanker. Lanker back here for Lanker. Here's Kirchner for two. It's good. Kirchner gets two for the Eagles. And back come the Trojans. This is Warner. Right underneath, she tried to go with it. The ball came loose, picked up, and then a walk will be called on Straub as Ashley tried to get it going underneath. And took an extra step before she could get the dribble down. 5:04 left here in a 25-17 ball game now. The Trojans trailing by 8. Well, court with it comes Wary. Wary near wing here for 42. Whitmer inside for a shot. A turnaround shot put up there, no good. And again, the Eagles doing some good rebounding. Shot from way outside, no good. And a foul called. Push foul will be called on Whitmer. And UD will inbound the ball. No, the foul's on UD. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. The foul was on Upper Dolphin. Gotta be kidding. Whoa. I don't know who the foul was on, neither does Coach Shadle. He wants to know how the heck he could call a foul like that. I don't blame him. Jeez. Well, at any rate, the foul was on Upper Dolphin. I couldn't see it, but that's what they said. So we'll be back in just a moment. Okay, Whitmer will go to the foul line. She'll be shooting 1-and-1, I guess. And on the tie-up, it's going to be, let's see. It's going to be UDA ball. So the Trojans will inbound the basketball now with 4:42 left here in the first half. Trojans need 8 to get back into this one, so we got to peck away at them here now. Here's Martina Newin. Martina goes over to wing there for Crabb. Jenna's got it, looking inside. Takes it on the baseline, puts a shot up, no good. And out of bounds it'll go. It's going to stay UD ball. I don't know what happened to that one. Or not, that wasn't, yeah, it was, okay. UD ball. Right inside here for Undercuffler. She's bumped, and a foul will be called on Marquette. Zayn fell down on top of the Trojan. Only the 4th foul of the ball game for the Eagles, I think. The scoreboard, they get it goofy over here a little bit. They don't put the individual number up with the fouls. They just put it on their total account. If you're not watching, you can't tell. From the side for 3, it's good. Victoria Undercuffler buries the 3 for UDA and makes it a 5-point ball game. Inside, it's going to be knocked away. Let's see who's got it. Well, it's going to go over there in the wing. Back outside here for Whitmer. Whitmer back over there for Lanker. And then Whitmer. Nearly had it stolen away. Nearly had it stolen away again. This time it is. And then they're going to call a hold foul on the Eagles. Eagles will pick up their 5th team foul. And a foul is on Keidel. Her first. Team's 5th. So UD with a chance here now to get back within 3 with 3:45 remaining in the first half. In the wing it goes here for Crabb. Crabb will spin it inside here, though, but it comes loose and picked up in there by Wary. Wary coming back with it. Oh, we walked with it. Okay. Trojans will indeed get a chance again here now. Kirshner back into the ball game for Coach Reed of the Lyon Mountain Eagles. And back comes Warner. Near wing here for Martina Newin. Inside she goes here for Undercuffler. Undercuffler dropping it back here for Martina. Across the court it comes. Shot from outside for a long 2. The 3 is good by Ashley Warner, and the Trojans trail by 2. So they have overcome that big deficit so far. Ball tapped loose. Here's Whitmer. Whitmer dumping it back outside here for Marquette. Marquette for 2, no good. Rebounded in there to Warner. So the Trojans come back up court now with a chance to retie the ball game. Trailing by 2. Inside it goes here for Warner. Her shot no good. To the floor she goes, and the ball comes back up court for Schroeder. Schroeder with a bounce pass on the wing here for Kirshner is good. And the Eagles have regained the lead. It's now, or rather have maintained a 4-point margin now. Nice pass underneath here for Crabb. Crabb bounces it out in the wing. Shot from out there by Martina Newin. Scoops in and out, no good. Marquette with a rebound. Up court it comes quickly here now for a pass blocked off the leg of Warner. It'll be called a kickball, and the Eagles will inbound the ball. 2:25 left here in the first half. Eagles will send Lanker in to replace Undercuffler for UDA. Allison Lanker in the ball game for the first time tonight for Coach Shadle. On the side by Marquette for three is good. Or that wasn't Marquette, was it? No, that was Whitmer. Whitmer with a big three that time for the Eagles. Martina Newman goes into the corner. Here's Crabb with a good drive to the hoop for two. She's fouled. She'll go to the line shooting two. Foul will be on Marquette. And Jana will be at the line shooting two. Crabb at the line to shoot a pair. Marquette picks up her second personal foul. And Jenna's shot won't stay down as Lanker returns to the lineup to replace Whitmer for the Line Mountain Eagles. Crabb will shoot her second one up here. 2:04 left in the first half. Trojans trail by 7. Then a second shot, good. Trojans trailing by 6, 23-30. Or 30-24, rather. Yeah, that makes 6. Near wing over here comes now the bounce pass inside. Ooh, a pass underneath going all the way out on the other side. Marquette trying a fancy pass that time and didn't quite work. Fooled everybody, I guess. She'll check out of the ball game now. As in there to replace her comes Keitel, number 20, back in. Undercuffler will be returning to the lineup for UDA. And she will take the place of Lanker for Coach Shadle. 1:55 remaining in the first half of the ball game. Got to get Alicia Warner to bang a couple of threes out here when she gets a chance. She'll spin it near wing over here for Crabb. Back here for Warner. Warner inside she goes to Undercuffler. Here's Crabb trying to take it inside, but a reach-in foul called on the Eagles. And Shannon Crabb will return to the lineup for the Upper Dauphin Trojans, shooting a 1-and-1 with 1:37 left in the first half. So Jenna can cut the lead to either 5 or 4 here, depending on how many we can get here. Got to make that first one. Nope, not that time. Rebound comes down. Let's see. Stolen away here by Lanker. On the wing, Schroeder. Or that's not Schroeder, but never mind. Here's Lanker, though, trying to go inside, lost the handle on it, and then a hold foul is going to be called on Lanker, I believe. And that's going to send Crabb to the line again, I believe. And again, Jenna will be at the line shooting a 1-and-1. Crabb at the line to shoot a 1-and-1. Here's her first shot. It's good. 30-25. Trojans trail by 5. Wary back into the ball game to replace Lanker for Coach Reed. And Jenna, we'll see if she can get her second one in. Here it is. It's good. 2 good foul shots by that Jenna Crabb makes the score 30-26. Trojans now trailing by 4. Wary will pick it up, spin it over in the wing. Blocked away in there nicely. Martina Newman will save it inbounds. Let's see. Martina again. Ooh, tough call there. Martina on the line, on the end line. And so with 1:11 remaining, Wary will inbound. This is Snyder, number 12. Near wing over here now as they play it down a little bit. Wary. 1 minute to play here in the half. Schroeder double teamed and stolen away nicely in here by the Trojans as Straub goes to the line for 2. It's 30-28 now. Trojans trailing by 2. Up court comes Wary with it. Wary taking a skidding. No call on the skid. Inside it goes. Schroeder tries to pass it underneath. Picked up. They push it back outside for 2. It's no good. Rebound comes down over there to Snyder, and then a foul called on UDA as Martina Newman might have picked up her third. Whoa. Well, I'm not sure. Martina checks out of the ball game. It is Martina's third personal foul. And she'll check out of the ball game now with 30 seconds remaining here in the first half. And to the line goes Snyder. She'll be shooting 1-and-1. First shot, no good. Rebound comes over here to Lubold, who is back into the ball game for UD. And the Trojans come back up court now with a chance to take a tie into halftime as the clock counts it down here. Trojans trailing by 2 out here for Warner. Alicia pushes it over to the right side, tapped out of there. Schroeder got a hand, no, went out of bounds off Undercuffler. And so it'll be inbounded by Line Mountain with 12 seconds remaining. Wary over the wing. Here's Snyder pushing her way inside. Blocked away nicely by Lubold. Picked up in here by the Trojans. Clock winding down. Here's a pass over here for Warner. Warner for 3. It's good if it goes. It's good. It is a good bucket. And Alicia Warner, we were looking for a 3. And Alicia buries one right at the buzzer to end the first half. Oh, way to go, Trojans, at the end of the first half of the ball game. At the end of the half. At the end of the first half. I'm getting excited here now. It's UDA 31 and the Line Mountain Eagles 30. Back with the second half in just a moment. Well, the ball clubs are back now as we begin the second half of play here. Now the Trojans by 1 at the halftime. So Eagles with the advantage of inbounding to begin quarter number 3. Inside they'll go there and over in the wing. Here's Schroeder walking with it as she took off just a little bit too quickly. And she got picked up for the walk. So the Trojans come back and can get a chance to increase the lead to 3. Very torrid pace by both clubs in the first half, as you can imagine. The Eagles bursting out to about an 8-point lead at one point there, and then the Trojans coming back and picking it up and taking a 1-point lead into halftime. Foul is on number 22, Harmon, and that's going to be her 3rd in the early going here of the 3rd quarter. So Kelsey's going to have to really settle down out there and stay in this ball game. We need her. So back with it comes Wary. Wary from 17 feet out, no good. Rebound inside there nicely to Jenna Crabb. It came right down to Jenna that time. She was in the perfect position to get that one. Warner near wing over here for Undercuffler. Undercuffler goes across the court, now into the wing. Shot from over there for 3, off the mark. Rebounded into here to Lanker, rather. This is the Lanker of the Eagle Lanker. Back outside. Lanker for 3, no good. Rebound on this side here, controlled to the Eagles. Wary, Lanker over there for that Schroeder. Schroeder back here for Lanker. Inside they'll go with it. Now back over to wing. Schroeder from outside. No good. Rebound comes down here to Undercuffler. Victoria will push it back here for Warner. And up come the Trojans. Near wing here. Shot for 2 from the outside. No good. Rebounded in there to Marquette for Schroeder. Schroeder coming back with it. Taking it to the hoop for 2. It is good. So Schroeder, there she is. She picks up 2. 32-31, the hometown Eagles on top. This game will apparently destined to come down to the wire, but we'll never know till the end of the game. There's a shot or a pass in front here for Harmon off the glass, no good, and the tie-up. On the tie-up, it's going to stay UDA ball. The Trojans will inbound underneath their own bucket. Ashley Straub getting ready to inbound for the Trojans. Crabb's got it. Over the wing. Warner from outside for 3, just off the mark. Rebounded to Marquette. Marquette coming back with it for the Eagles, breaking back 1-on-2. Shot no good. Rebound underneath there. Turnaround shot put up no good. Marquette with a rebound. Tap loose, picked back up. From outside for 3 by Lanker, no good. Rebounded finally by the Trojans as Undercuffler pulls that one down. And back come the Trojans again, now trailing by 1. Near wing here for Crabb. Crabb will take it on the baseline, looking for 2. She's fouled. Jenna will go to the line, shooting 2. Foul on Marquette. Jenna will shoot a pair. Foul instead on Keitel, number 20. Keitel picking up her second. First shot by Jenna Crabb wouldn't go. So Jenna will have a chance to tie up the ball game with this one. Trojans trailing by 1. Can Jenna tie it up? Yep. 32-32. Wary down the wing here for Lanker. Lanker picking it up out in front there for Wary. Wary had it come loose, still more or less in control. I'm going to call a hold foul on the Trojans. to probably be on Straub. Ashley Straub will pick up the foul. For Ashley, it'll be her third. And the Eagles inbounding. Schroeder, near wing, shot from the side. No good. Rebounded right in there to Crabb. Never touched anything. And back with it come the Trojans. Warner with it. Here's Harmon. Warner out in front. Near side here. They'll swing it on the near wing. Undercuffler wants to take it inside. Stopping and popping. No good. Rebound. Let's see. Controlled inside, but picked off in there by Lenker. And Autumn Lenker brings it up court for Wary into the wing. Now back outside here, Schroeder. Schroeder sneaks inside with a 12-footer. No good. Rebound comes on the near wing over here. Controlled. Let's see. Out of bounds. It's going to go as Marquette, or rather, yeah, Marquette bounced it off Undercuffler, and timeout called by Mike Reed of the Lyon Mountain Eagles. 4:46 left here in the third quarter. We're all tied up 32-all. Okay, 4:46 remaining here in the third, and the Eagles inbounding the ball following that timeout. Inside they'll go here for Marquette. Lost it off her fingers. Picked up here by the Eagles. Shot from outside short by Schroeder, and the Trojans will take over. 4:36 left, and UDA with a chance to come back and regain the lead now as Straub will inbound the ball. For Marquette. Or for Marquette. Why do you keep saying that? For Martina. Martina and Marquette, I guess, getting to me. Over the wing. Here's Lubold. Lubold taking it in, putting a shot off the glass. Good for two. Ashley Lubold leans inside there and gets two. The crowd of fellows over there go, Lou. Shot from outside for three. No good. Rebound tapped around here. Control to Martina Nguyen. Martina, good quick hands on Martina Nguyen. Spins it over the wing. Crabb's got it. Back for Martina Nguyen. This is Lubold. Lubold rolling right underneath for a shot by Crabb. Her left side layup wouldn't go in. And Schroeder with the basketball. Near wing it comes here for Wary, and then back there for Lenker. Trojans up by two. Here's Schroeder on the baseline for two. No good. Right down it comes to Lubold and then, or to Straub, and then a foul called on Marquette. And we'll pick up the reach-in foul. And UD will inbound the ball. Undercuffler checking out of the ball game for the Trojans as Kelsey Harmon comes in there to replace her. The Straub for Marquette. Near wing it comes here for Crabb. Crabb will take it inside looking for two. Just wouldn't go. Rebounded in there by Marquette. We'll drop it back for Wary. And Wary coming down the court for the Eagles. Lenker into the corner it goes. Here's Lenker for Keitel in the corner. Ball tipped away partially, and then back with it come the Trojans. Here's Martina Nguyen dropping it off nicely for Straub. Straub is hammered by Wary, and Ashley will go the line shooting two. Not only that, now they're going to say she wasn't shooting. I wonder what she thought she was doing. They've never seen that underhanded shot that Ashley Straub has. And back with it come the Trojans. Inside they tap it away. Then on the tie-up, it's going to be Lyon Mountain basketball. So it'll be inbounded here by the Eagles. Wary push it into the corner. They go inside with it now for walk call on Keitel that time. Trojans tying her up. Inside here with a pass on the baseline and a walk called on Crabb. So it'll be inbounded here by the Eagles. Trojans up by two. 2:47 left in the third quarter. Trojans have scored 3 points here in the third quarter. 3 points. The Eagles have scored one. No, two. 2.5 minutes left in the third. Flanker with it for the Eagles. Over there for Wary. Into the corner it goes. Here's Schroeder trying to drive it inside here for a shot by, I'm not sure who that was. But anyway, back with it comes Straub. Straub with a nice pass over here for Lubold. Lubold for two. Too hard off the glass. Return shot put up, no good. And on the rebound, let's see, tapped out of there by Nguyen. And Martina got a good hand on that one and knocked it out of there. 2:07 left in the third quarter. And up at the court with it comes Wary for the Lyon Mountain Eagles. Ball tipped away, picked up in here by the Trojans. Crabb coming back with it. Jenna pushing it over the wing. Shot from the side for two. No good. Rebound on the near wing here to Straub. Straub will push it back out in front. Crabb back over here for a drive to the hoop and then hold everything. We got a foul called. Foul before the shot. As Harmon making her drive on the baseline was hammered by Schroeder. And Alicia Warner coming back into the ball game to replace Ashley Straub for UDA. 1:46 left in the third. Warner will inbound it. Comes back over here for a pass on the wing. Now into the baseline here. They'll roll it back inside here. Turnaround shot by Harmon, a little bit too strong. Kirchner with the rebound that time. There's a bounce pass ahead, stolen away nicely by Kelsey Harmon, who'll go over on the wing with it now for Warner. So the Trojans did not lose anything with that exchange, and 1:25 remaining in the third. Warner for Nguyen. Inside, she looped it here for Lubold. Lubold with the reverse layup try, no good. Rebounded in there to Schroeder. Schroeder coming back up court, pushing it over the near wing here for Wary. And Wary will take it back out in front for Lenker, and then a foul will be called on Martina Nguyen. Martina reaching in and picks up the personal foul. Nguyen picked up her fourth foul as Straub returns to the lineup to replace Crabb, and Undercuffler in there to replace Martina Nguyen for UDA. Into the corner it goes. Tipped over there nicely by Harmon. Back outside, however, they got it. Lenker, another tip ball, and this time it's going to remain Eagle ball. It was off a couple of Trojans. 54 seconds left here in the third quarter. Inbound, and a shot put up good for two. So Keitel gets two. And back with it come the Trojans. Nice pass inside for Lubold off the glass for two. Wouldn't go. Rebound tipped over this way. Control to Harmon. Good control that time by Harmon. For three from outside. Oh, in and out. No good. Rebound control this time by Lubold. Lubold back outside. Over the wing, they'll spin it this time. Now inside they go to Lubold. Lubold for two. Blocked away and a foul called. Foul will be probably on Keitel, and that will send Lubold to the line. Shooting two. Shot by Ashley's first one. Good. Unties the ball game. 35-34. The foul on Keitel was her third. And Kirchner checking out of the ball game as Marquette checks back in there for the Eagles. Here's Ashley's second try. It is good. Ashley Lubold, two good foul shots in the closing 20 seconds of the third period has given the Trojans a 2-point lead again now. They led by one at halftime. They've gained a point so far here in this half. This is picked up here for Lenker. Lenker tries to go inside, tapped loose by the Trojans, but picked up over in the wing by the Eagles. Lenker inside, she'll go with a turnaround shot, put up, and a foul call. Foul will be on Harmon, and that's going to send Keitel to the line, shooting two. Keitel's first shot, good. 36-35. Harmon checks out of the ballgame now. Crabb back in there for Coach Shadle. Two of the Trojans starting five now with four fouls called on them, so does not bode well. Second shot to tie up the game, no good. Rebound tapped here, and that's going to do it as the quarter comes to an end. At the end of 3/4 of the ball game, the Trojans have gained nothing in the third period. They still lead by one, 36-35, 8 minutes to play. Fourth and final quarter here at Lyon Mountain, and the Trojans with the advantage of inbounding here. Warner is in there along with Straub Lubold, Crabb, and I missed somebody. Oh, wait a minute. A little walk first that time. Come on, Ashley. Ashley took a little step. The play was going to be good, and the result was fine, but the walk came first. And so back comes Wary for Coach Reed's Eagles. Goes over the wing over there. This is Straw. Into the corner. They'll push a shot up from over here. Shot off the side of the glass and out of bounds. It goes to the UD ball. So the Trojans with another opportunity to increase the margin to 3 as they will be inbounding the basketball here. Straub, Warner, Crabb, Lubold, and Undercoupler, I guess maybe was the gal I missed last time. There's a ball tapped out over there now as Marquette going for it. Got a hand on it, knocked it out. Straub will inbound the ball for UD. Ashley here for Alicia Warner. Warner trying to take it inside, lifts the shot up, no good. Rebounded in there to that Keitel. And back comes Lanker. Lanker with it, over the wing. Schroeder. Schroeder bounce pass inside, turnaround shot, no good, but a foul called. And that's going to send Marquette to the line, shooting 2. Janet Crabb picked up the personal foul, her first. Marquette missed her first one, had a chance to tie up the ball game, missed her first one, and her, second one jumped in. 36-36, 7 minutes remaining in the game. A tighter ball game one cannot have. Nope, this has been something. Pass down the wing over there for Crabb. Jenna looking to jump, and on the near wing over here as Undercoupler sets up for 2, no good. Rebound comes right back out there, shot up, no good. And on the rebound, let's see, it's going to go out of bounds. I think Schroeder lost it. Yeah. So UD will inbound the ball. Trojans had a couple of opportunities there. Nothing would go. Ashley Straub will go in there and inbound that basketball for UD. Here for Crabb. Jenna looking. Pushes it back outside. Warner here for a pass underneath. This is Crabb being bumped out of there. Turnaround shot, no good. Rebounded in here to Marquette. Marquette up the court with it. Had it tapped out of her hands, but still picks it up. Tries to go underneath with a pass, and out of bounds it goes. It'll be UD ball. 6:19 remaining. 36-36 ball game. Inbounded here for Crabb. And Jenna dropping it back there for Straub. Over the wing for Warner. Warner dumping it ahead here and knocked out of bounds as Keitel came over. Got a pull on that one and knocked it out of there. I guess if they're Eagles, they get a wing on it. I'm not sure. Whatever. Here is Warner for UD. Of course, pass in there intended but stolen away by Marquette. Then she'll have it tapped out of bounds over there as Undercoupler got a hand on that one. Back here, they'll go inside on the wing. Shot from the side for a long 2, no good. Rebound comes down this way. Lanker controls for the Eagles. Now inside, they'll go with a turnaround shot by Marquette. Good for 2. And the Eagles have regained the lead now, 38-36. Back come the Trojans. Warner for Crabb. Crabb looking inside, nothing doing there. Now they'll spin it in here for Lucas. A give and go for Crabb, and then a foul called. They're going to call a hold foul on Lanker. And that might be a 1-and-1, or maybe not. 6-team foul. Okay, one more will put the Trojans in the bonus. Trojans have committed 5 here in the second half. Here's Crabb going on the baseline with it, dumping it right out in front for Lubold for 2. It's good. Nice bounce pass from Jenna Crabb to number 51, Lubold, and Ashley Lubold put it home. Here's Schroeder on the left wing. Back out here for Wary. Wary, near wing here for Lanker. Inside they go. Turnaround shot by Marquette, no good. Rebounded in there nicely by Lubold. And with a 38-38 score, Trojans coming back to get a tiebreaker. Here's Crabb from outside. That's good for 2. Jenna Crabb gives the Trojans a 40-38 lead. And on the wing over there is Schroeder with it for the Eagles. Wary working it out in front over there for Schroeder. Schroeder taking it inside, had it tapped, but picked up in there by of Marquette. Now her return shot, no good. And on the rebound, it's going to go out of bounds off the foot of Lubold. And out of bounds it goes, and so the Eagles will maintain possession underneath their own basket. Schroeder, or rather, Wary spreading everybody out for the Eagles. Here's the inbounds play, and a foul called on Straub. Ashley will pick up the personal foul. And the Eagles will inbound the ball. How many is that on Straub? 4. Ashley Straub picks up her 4th with 4.5 minutes remaining. Here's a pass inside. Shot by Keidel, no good. Gets her own rebound, puts a shot up, no good. Rebounded inside there to Marquette. She'll bounce it off the leg of Undercuffler and knock it out of there. So the Eagles will again be inbounding the basketball. And timeout is going to be called by Coach Reed of the Line Mounted Eagles with 4:20 left here in the ball game. The Eagles will be inbounding the basketball. Trojans with a 2-point lead. Okay, well, here we go. An inbounds play right underneath there for a shot, good for 2. Tying up the ball game is Marquette. And back come the Trojans. All tied up at 40-40. Inside they'll go to Lubold. Lubold had the ball come loose, picked up in here by Schroeder. Schroeder coming back for Line Mountain, bounces it over here, and they'll have to spin it back outside. Now here's a shot by that Keidel, good for 2. The bucket will count, and Keidel will go to the line shooting 1 to get 3. Marquette and, or rather, Martina Nguyen and Harmon will be coming into the ball game here momentarily. And here they come. Who's that foul? Lubold. Ashley Lubold picked up that foul. It was her 2nd of the ball game. So the Trojans send back in Harmon playing with 4 fouls, and shot no good. Rebounded on the near wing here to Crabb. Crabb will break it up court here for UD. Jenna Crabb playing with just 1 foul. Here's Warner. Nguyen for Crabb. Jenna back outside for Nguyen. Nguyen for 3. It's good. Martina Nguyen with a big tray that time for UDA. 43-42. The Trojans by 1. Now they'll loop it inside here. Here's a shot. Good. Over the top of Crabb, she goes with that one. Did that Keidel. 44-43. The Eagles by 1. Martina Nguyen. Near side it comes here for Crabb. Jenna goes across the court. Warner. Inside it comes to Crabb. Ball came loose. Picked up. Oh, out of bounds it went. Come on. They call it a tie-up, but it went out of bounds. Doggone it. Sure looked like it went out of bounds off Keidel. They call it a tie-up. And so the Eagles will inbound the ball. Under 3 minutes to play now. Here's Wary with it for the Eagles. Near side over here for Blanker. Inside they'll go with it. Shoving it right underneath there for a shot. Good play. And a good finish to the play that time by the Eagles. The Eagles by 3. 46-43. Clock down to 2:35 right now. And timeout called by Coach Shadle, as we've got a 46-43 ball game. Eagles by 3. Hang on to your hat. Trojan timeout is over now. The Trojans will inbound the basketball. We need 3 to tie. Warner's got a gun up a 3 here. Near side over here, near steal. Crabb will take it inside. Looking for 2. No good. Too hard off the top. Shot put up by Harmon wouldn't go. And it's tied up. But this time on the tie-up, it'll stay up here. 2:18 remaining in the ball game. Straub inbounding for UD. Back here for a shot by Nguyen. Just off the mark. Rebounded on the far side. And a foul called, or they're going to call tie-up. Tie-up. Jump ball, and this time it'll be Line Mountain inbounding. Here's Wary. Wary directing traffic underneath, pushes it over in the wing. Now back inside, they'll go with it here for hold foul called on UD. It's on Crabb. It'll be her second. Or will it be on, if it's on Harmon, yeah, it's on Harmon. It'll be her fifth. So Kelsey will foul out of the ball game. Yeah. 2:03 now as a shot put up there by Marquette is good. Trojans trail by 4. And Marquette at the line to shoot up her second one. And here it comes. It is no good. Rebound comes back over this side, controlled to Martina Nguyen. And back come the Trojans. Under 2 minutes to play now in this ball game. Here's Warner. Back outside here for Nguyen. Dropping it back here now for Warner. And the Trojans go underneath with a nice pass shot. Blocked away by Marquette. Reverse layup put up by no good. Rebound comes down here, controlled to the Eagles. Schroeder having some trouble with it. Picking it up down here. Pushes it back here for Lenker. Now they'll go underneath with it here. Here's a turnaround shot put up there. No good. Rebound tapped over to far side, controlled with 1 minute 20 remaining in the ball game. Here is Crabb. Spinning it back here for Warner. Warner dropping it on the near side here for Undercuffler. 1 minute 8 remaining. Trojans go here for Crabb. Crabb on the wing. Shot from outside, no good. Rebounded underneath there to Schroeder, and back with it come the Eagles. Trojans, and timeout called. Timeout called by Coach Reed down here. It's 47-43 with 57.2 seconds remaining now, and we'll be right back. Okay, well, the Line Mountain timeout is over, and they'll inbound the basketball here. This is Weary. Weary with it. Weary will push it down on this side here now as they run some time off the clock. Nearly stolen away, and then she'll double dribble or reach and foul. Foul called on Straub, I guess it was. No, it wasn't. It was on Warner, her first, I guess. And to the foul line goes Weary, and she'll be shooting a 1-and-1. Weary's first shot is no good. Rebound underneath there, however, comes back for Weary. Spinning it over in the wing. 38 seconds, and now this time the foul will be on Straub, and that's going to send Schroeder to the line, shooting a 1-and-1 for the Eagles with just 38.6 seconds remaining in the ball game. Ashley Straub picks up her 5th personal foul. She comes out of the ball game. Lenker in there to replace Ashley Straub. And Allison Lenker takes her position now with just 38.6 seconds remaining in the ball game. Second shot by Schroeder is no good. Her first one was good. And Lenker with a rebound. 35 seconds remaining. Trojans got to go up and pump a couple of threes. Here's Nguyen. She can do it. Shot short. Rebound comes down here, and Lenker ties it up, and then it's going to be a hold foul called on Crabb. And Jenna Crabb will pick up her second. And to the foul line to shoot a pair, since it's a 10th team foul, will be Lenker, Autumn Lenker of the Lion Mountain Lady Eagles, with just 26 seconds left. Well, Lenker missed her first one, and she'll see if she can put her second one in. It is no good. Just a pair rebounded in there, however, to Marquette. And Marquette will roll it back here now to Lenker. Tipped away in there by the Trojans, but picked up by Weary, and then a ball goes out of bounds over in the wing with just 16 seconds remaining in this one. So the Trojans in dire straits now to call timeout. Trojans call timeout, and the Eagles with a 5-point margin with just 15.9, you might as well say 16 seconds to go. Referee over here is having some trouble with one of these Upper Dauphin Trojans, and they're going to eject him from the ball game as he'll leave. The referee threw him out of there, and so that's uncalled for. But nevertheless, Back with it come the Trojans right here for Warner. Warner can't dribble. Shoot around, shoot for 2, 3, no good. Rebound on the near wing here. It's going to come down to Schroeder. And out of bounds it goes. It'll stay up here with 8 seconds remaining. And so the Trojans will get the inbound the basketball one more time. Crab to inbound. Pushing it here for Undercuffler. Undercuffler fires a shot up through one over there. No good. Returned outside it goes. 1 second. This is it. The ball game is over. And the Lady Eagles have defeated the UDA Trojans, handing the Trojans their very first loss of the Tri-Valley League season and giving the Trojans a 3-1 record going into tonight's ball game. After tonight's ball game, the Eagles coming up with a 3-1 record as well. So you knew this was going to be a tough ball game because the Eagles just love to play the Trojans and love to beat them. And so tonight they did it by a final score of the Eagles 48 and the UDA Trojans 43. So tough ball game. We congratulate Coach Reed and his Lion Mountain Lady Eagles on one heck of a ball game here tonight. And so the Trojans taste defeat for only the second time this season. Their other loss coming to Palmyra and now here to the Lady Eagles here at Lion Mountain. So a heck of a evening of basketball as the game went back and forth all night long. And the Trojans just dropping behind with about a minute or 2 left and started to tail off a little bit. And then they were forced to foul and things like that. But anyway, a good ball game to watch. Not a good ball game for the Trojan fans, however, as we taste defeat for the first time. So we'll be back with the next ball game wherever it is. And we can say goodnight now from Eagle Land over here. Catch you at the next UDA Lady Trojan ball game. We'll pick it up and get it going. Start another streak here next time out. Good night from Lion Mountain.